Yeah.
See, the wines and alcohol made illegal. Flowers and grass. Like juice freaks get. Hangers and cirrhosis in the liver. Besides, grass is a habit forming like alcohol. Besides, that cigarette much worse. Right, man. As much as you want.
Have a party. There's nothing wrong with grass. Yeah. 1,000 times. You'll never go to harder drugs.
Don't take any films of me. You're not going to use them anyway.
Well, speak your mind, then.
Okay, I will. No one has the right to tell me what I can do with my own body, what I can eat, drink, or smoke. This is a free country, and no one has the right to take away my constitutional rights.
It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Question all the things that you know. Steve likes the weed. Steve likes the weed. Tell you about DMT. The DMT. Hoosier Sophisticate Show. The Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Hoosiers with the dream. Sophisticated blasphemy. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Question all the things that you know. So let's set our minds free for the singularity. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. The Hoosier Sophisticate Show.
Good morning, friends. Join us and start your day with a gentle meditation from Hoosier Sophisticate. Let us all remember, we are only as good as our last breath. Good morning, friends. Join us and start your day with a gentle meditation from Hoosier Sophisticate. Let us all remember, we are only as good as our last breath. Good morning. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Take a moment to settle into your body. As you rest in this peaceful state, let your mind drift as you listen to my words. Take a moment to think of 3 clear intentions that you want for your future life. Take another beautiful inhale through the nose and a slow exhale out of the mouth. Be clear on these 3 intentions as we move throughout this meditation and your mind starts to drift off. Focus on the air and the flow of your breath. Let the flow of your breath rise and fall, noticing any tension in your body and allowing that to melt away. As we start to go deeper into this meditation, focus on your breathing. We're going to take a moment to visualize a beautiful bright light in between your eyebrows, your mind's eye. Allow this beautiful, bright, warm light to expand out, allowing it to grow bigger. Visualize it filling up the room. This beautiful, warm, bright light streaming out of your third eye. Take a moment now to think of those 3 intentions. Allow them to come in and immerse and lay down into your subconscious mind. Just explore this feeling. Explore these intentions as they start to become clearer for you. Notice what you're experiencing. Allow these intentions to come through this beautiful bright light. Let them embed into your subconscious mind to help you manifest these goals into the future your mind has to arrive there first. Allow them to settle deep into your subconscious mind so you are clear in the direction of where you are going. Take a moment now to visualize the feeling of these goals being manifested in your life. Allow yourself to sit in the space. This immense gratitude, these incredible goals are unfolding. Exploring this future, what sensations are coming up? Is your skin tingling as you feel this warm, bright light? When you've basked in the glory of achieving these goals, allow the beautiful, bright light to gently start to come towards the body. And as this warm, bright light is coming back into your third eye, remind yourself that you are empowered to achieve anything in this life. The beautiful, bright light is getting smaller and smaller and now closing over. Just be reassured that these intentions are within you. Take a moment now to take a deep breath and slowly exhale out of your mouth. Feel your feet on the floor. Wiggle your toes. And with a gentle smile, whenever you are ready, open your eyes.
Good morning. Good morning. It's great to be awake. I said good morning. Good morning to you and you and you and you. Good morning and morning and morning. Craig hit me in the back of the head. Thank you. I can't be stopped. Good morning to you, sir. Good morning to everyone out there in Hoosier Sophisticate Nation. Because that's what we call our fans. That's Hoosier Nation. Who's out there? Hoosier Nation. Who's ready today? Who's ready to go today? Who's ready to get their ass beat?
We got people tailgating outside just screaming,
Hoosier Nation! Let's go kill those people who talk shit on the Goof Troop movie yesterday.
Dude.
Let's kill them.
That's welcome to your new segment where Steve and I find idiots with terrible taste.
We lambast them.
And we just let them know. You come at the Goofy movie, you're coming at me personally. It's like coming at my family. All right?
It's like coming on my family.
It is, actually. It is. It's far more egregious than coming at my family.
Man,
Yeah.
ridiculous.
You've got to come on my family by talking about Goofy movie. And I'm just going to say it. Fuck you, pal. All right? So,
You seen one?
So I'll tell you what,
You
we're
seen
going
one?
to have you ever seen one of those, bud?
You seen one?
We're going to, maybe we'll just check in. I don't know that we'll do it every day, but anytime we come up with a movie reference, a deep little cut movie reference, a movie that means something to us, something that's a part of our makeup, I got to thinking.
Who we are.
You introduced your adult wife to heavyweights not too long ago.
She
I
loved
thought
it.
everybody's seen heavyweights. I
loved
guarantee
it.
you some dickheads. I guarantee you some dickhead panned that movie.
And you know what? That was actually what I was thinking should be our next movie.
Heavyweights? Well, sir, then we'll just let these people know in the third hour.
Kleenex.
Oh, Oh, we need more cameras. We need more cameras in here because Steve just went down like a sack of rocks trying to run to get a clip.
I caught that. God damn it. God damn it.
All right.
Oh, fuck.
Spend a little bit of money today, getting some more cameras in the studio. I gotta be able to pull that one out of the annals. I'm so sorry that you guys missed that.
Oh, man, I ate it hard. I went down quick. That was a right. The right caught it and went under this way. That was tough. That was a tough go. That was a tough go this morning.
What are these freaks doing this morning?
What are these freaks? Happy Hump Day, Hoosiers! Wow, cool Flower of Life segment.
Well, thanks, Matt.
Cool.
Happy Hump Day. Good
at
morning,
these
Hoosiers. Kush Coach is in the house.
Kush Coach!
Apparently,
Kush Coach!
apparently he thinks he's still got something to do in this town.
Well, he's done in it. This town.
in this one, move on to the next town.
Morning, fellas. This is Tracy Stevens. Good morning, Craig and Steve, says Aaron, my favorite hello person of the day.
She gives the best hellos.
One of the best helloers in all of the land. God, man, that fucked me up falling down like that.
You went
man.
down.
Got up quick though. That's the deal.
That's the deal.
You can
You
get
can
up
go
quick.
down. There's your,
Hey,
here's
how
your morning
many
motivation.
times can you? It's not how many times you can get hit. It's how many times you can get hit and keep coming.
It ain't how many times you
That's
can
not
slip
it.
on a curtain and fall on your face. It's about how many times you can get up. You went down like a sack
Those things
of
are
wet
dangerous,
cement,
bud.
bud.
It's not how many times you can get hit. It's how many times you can get hit.
I
Wait,
hope-
hold on. This is what he says. He's a pervert. It's not how many times you can get hit. It's how many times you can get hit and keep coming.
Thank you.
That's what he said.
Thank you. Okay, all right, I believe you.
Thanks, guys. You're welcome, Aaron. You give shitty thank yous, but great hellos.
Great hellos. Yeah, your
Shitty
thank yous are among.
need help. I need
I
help.
would call them pedestrian.
Pedestrian thank yous.
Pedestrian thank yous.
Yeah, I don't need something a little more than that.
No doubt.
It is hump day, though, guys. You know what that means.
Yeah, it means we're humping,
It's
bud.
Wednesday.
It means we're fucking humping, bud.
Oh, is the desktop now on? It's not. He's got no fucking. sweaty. It's hot in here. Oh wait, no, it's 35
how
degrees.
It's a fucking.
It's a cube.
Remember, there's what was that Game of Death with Bruce Lee where he had to fight the guy in the place where they had the ice. It was like a real fight. He didn't know it.
A real one.
It was a real fight.
They just filmed a fight, and that's what his movies were.
No,
guys.
well, they were filming a movie, and he thought he was filming a fight scene, but a dude showed up for real trying to fight. You know what happened? Bruce fucking gave him the business, dude. We witnessed a murder on screen.
I'm gonna murder this man. That's proof from the movie 8 Mile.
This morning, bud.
Woo, yeah, bud.
I've decided
What?
I'm just gonna drink full time.
Good for you.
Yeah, it's a good
Good
it's
for
a good
you.
look on me.
You're a good drunk.
I'm a jovial drunk. I'm a happy drunk. So I'm gonna lean into that drunken master fighting style, where I'm just kind of let it all flow to me, and I'm just
push people. That was not.
fucking. I didn't know you were actually gonna fucking walk.
Oh, it's got you good, dude.
Yeah, that doesn't. I don't feel it. That's the fucking. See, and then I break your arm. I break.
Hold on, don't ever put your arm in here.
Yeah, don't ever get in the chopper. Don't get in the fucking chopper, bud. You don't fucking want none of that.
Oh,
It's like
shit.
a shear, pal.
Damn.
Yeah.
Paul shear. It'll shear your arm right off. God, I forgot.
Paul Shear's a pretty funny guy. I don't think we're on Periscope today.
What?
You know.
I'll fight someone right now. Good morning. I got to share this out. I haven't shared it at all.
Share
yet today.
it,
I haven't shared
bud. Knife hand him.
Also, guys, thank you.
Why?
Because this is soon to be the #1 morning show. It's the pre-#1 morning show.
We've had a couple of interesting businesses in the St. Louis area reach out to us, bud.
Hey, bud, have
We've
we,
had a
bud?
couple
Hi
of
there,
them,
ho there, bud.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bud.
Oh, I'm online. We're working something out with SD. I don't know if I should say their name yet.
Maybe not yet, because
But-
it's going to be big.
That's probably not gonna be that
It's
big.
not gonna be that
but, fucking,
But I
It could be.
appreciate that it's a company I want to do some business with. I think
Yeah.
they're pretty cool. They got great products.
right up our alley.
Right up our alley.
Right up your alley,
Well,
everybody.
you got that right, Jack. Not anymore. I'm starting
Are you?
something new today, but
Well, you just said you're doing a purely alcohol-based diet.
Yeah.
So is that shred?
well, here let's be
Shred
honest.
time.
Let's see. It was 2000 and
Two.
year of our Lord 2010, 2011.
Okay.
I decided that I was starting over. I was getting my son. I was getting into a new life.
I was getting my son.
I was taking my son. We were running away.
Nice, dude. Nice.
This is not a bad play.
Not
And
a bad.
with the help of a great support network. Yeah, I was getting my son.
I'm having a trouble.
You're
there.
having a day, bud.
I'm having a day, bud.
I went on a beer and cigarette diet.
Really?
Oh, I did, bud. I
Yeah?
lost 27 pounds. I never felt so good in my life.
You never felt so good.
I felt amazing. Light
That's
on my
cool.
feet.
Yeah, that's.
I was at the pool every day, just getting a little lubed up. Terrible father, but but as far as me goes, so I'm just saying the
Felt
alcohol
good.
diet had some merit, but that's not the diet I'm going to try for. I think I'm
Let's get swole,
I'm
bud.
going full carnivore, bud, right now.
Let's get
I'm
full
doing it. I got to do
swole.
it with my wife. I got to do it.
Okay.
I got to do it. So, sorry about
There's
losing fucking 60 pounds in the next 4 months and fucking turning into Twisted Steel and sex appeal. Sorry about that.
Dude, don't apologize to them. For that.
I'm sorry.
apologize
I'm
to them
sorry.
for- No,
I
they
tried to
didn't have
make it. I
apologize
tried to
you.
level the playing ground for the rest of you.
They tried to help you guys for a long
I tried to
time.
give you a long go, but it's over for you motherfuckers.
He gave you a head start.
gave you about
For
a
years.
12-year head start.
Years of
About
a
a
head
12-year
start.
head
What
start.
have you been doing?
No doubt.
Jack
Morning, Zach
shit
Smith.
off. You've been doing jack shit off. Hey, I know. I
Periscope's
love the
not
carnivore. I love the
I'm into
carnivore. Periscope's out.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll fix it after today. Sorry if you normally tune in on Periscope.
Oh man,
It hasn't been on. It hasn't been on
man.
for 5 days.
Oh, the coach says they'll be holding you to that.
Fine. Hold
Fine.
me. Hold me to it,
Fine.
bud. Hold me to it, because come February 1, I'm probably going to be about 211 pounds.
What are you right now, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm probably hovering right at 250.
Fuck. I'm only fucking $165. I need to get up to like 180.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get up to
You'd
like
you'd fucking look real good at $180, $190.
Thank you.
bud.
I got up there once. I got to like
believe that.
178,
Have big old
180.
boulder shoulders, man.
No, I was still kind of slight, but just cut in a different
Okay,
way. You know, like that soccer player
Dense.
fucking yeah, just
Sure.
like my thighs carry a lot
Sure.
of the weight. Right
Sure.
here in this area carries a lot of
Yep.
the weight. You know what I mean?
I
Just
do.
right here,
I hold a lot of
right
tension
here,
in my upper
right
thigh
here.
area.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I've had to rub it out for you before,
100%.
which is crazy
Yep.
and fun and fulfilling. So.
Sure.
I just can't gain mass. I don't like food enough, man. I just don't like
Yeah,
food
it's
enough.
tough.
I
You
need
can
to
do
like
it with
food.
supplements, but it's,
I've
then you
tried
gotta do
supplements.
that whole stupid routine.
Totally. And the supplements, if I drink one in the morning, it means I'm not hungry for a while.
Yeah, sure.
So I just need to start.
one that has to
pumping,
force yourself to
pumping.
eat.
Yes, I have to. And if I miss a day, I'll gain 10 pounds off of doing the supplements, off of eating Cliff Bars, and whatever way I can suck calories down my gullet. Then I'll take a day or two off where I'm like, oh, I'm not going to eat that much. My body's like,
Yep,
shrinks,
shrinks,
right back into the sandwich. Shrinky dink, shrinks. You know what I mean? That's what the sound my body makes.
You're a schwinker.
Yes, I'm a schwinker.
You're a schwinker, bud.
It's the yeet and yoink. It's the yoink. It's the yeet.
I just to get these.
Why? Why today? I just bashed my own kneecap with the fucking edge of the sign, bud. What fucking Mercury in retrograde, bud?
We're out of retrograde.
Mercury must be in retrograde again.
We're up to about 600 comments on that post. I think. Roughly. Buddy, I'm going to tell you this, just to kind of tease these people a little bit. A lot of people got a kick out of us defending the Goofy movie yesterday. A lot of people. Ourselves
Good for you.
included.
Good
Ourselves
for you.
included, because you're not going to fucking talk about that
One of
movie.
my favorite flicks of all time. You've seen it. It's in your top 5 of movies you've seen so many times.
You need about 5,000 calories a day to start putting on weight.
Yeah, I when I was doing it, I was at $3,000. I was trying to hit $3,000 every day, which was tough. But I can do the carnivore diet. It's so crazy that it's all changing
that'll
now.
keep you super lean, though.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Well, I've always done the carnivore diet.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I would eat all my
Only
meat and a tad bit of vegetables. I've always been a fruit and meat guy.
Yep.
Just give me fruits and meats. I don't even need. I'll do breads. I'm a big, huge bread guy, but I don't need them. You know, they're just.
I love.
They're
carbs.
just something a little bit extra.
It's very clear. I love carbs. They just
I
they gotta
love
go.
bread.
I feel
love
way better
bread.
when I don't eat them, though. I really do. Like I a couple years ago, when I just kind of I went to a very reduced amount of carbs. Like the diet called for 50 grams a day. I was eating like 15 grams of carbs a day. I lost a significant amount of weight, but man, my energy levels.
Yeah, what's
Carbs
up with
just
that?
make me so lethargic.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's just everything breaks down to sugars. Anything that's a carb is a sugar. Anyway.
Yeah, there's like simple and complex, and some are better for sustaining energy over
And that's
a long
not for
period.
everybody, man. Some people bike long distances. Some people, do endurance stuff. They run. They're joggers. Like you got a carb load. You know, you gotta
Dude.
get it. But dude, I was in the middle of my no carb thing when you and I did the first bike ride. It was the most.
Oh, that's
It was
right.
And I
dude.
drank until 6 in the
Yeah,
morning.
you called me at 4:30, like getting the tires aired up, bro. I'm gonna sleep yet.
For those of you that don't know, maybe you're from outside of the St. Louis area. Steve is also, his alter ego is famously known as, I don't mean to out you here, but Cucky the Dwarf. And Cucky the Dwarf rallies for the St. Louis Blues all the time, and typically attaches some kind of charitable giving to it. So Steve was he'd been running for the years prior to this. About what, like a 12-mile job?
I
something
did
like that?
6 the first year, and then bumped it to like 11 the next year,
And then you decided you were going to rollerblade 23, right?
Yeah.
About right under 23.
Yeah.
It was like 22 and change, 22.6.
Yeah.
And
For the 22 veterans that commit
and-
suicide every day.
And
still,
so we started at Jefferson Barracks National Cemetery, which is fitting. Talking about the veterans, was just there the other day.
We had that video with
Gene Jones.
America, and that was awesome. That was touching, man.
So you're going to rollerblade it. I'm gonna ride a bike. I haven't ridden a bike since I was 14 years old. I'm gonna ride a bike. The night before, it was actually the day after the Wheezy Cup. I won't forget because it's like one of those days. It's like one of my Super Bowl days. Like it's an all day
got a lot of
drinking.
those.
I got a couple of Super Bowls. This is my World Series. Game
Okay,
4.
it's better.
Game 4. You know.
Okay, it's not.
So game 4 in a tight series.
Yeah, okay,
You know?
okay.
So
game,
I'd been
you're down
drinking.
one, you got
I'd been
fucking-
drinking all day. I then kicked the party over to our friends, the Wankers' house. We drink until 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, and I'm like, oh, all of them are like, oh man, at least I don't have to work tomorrow. I'm like, I'm biking a marathon tomorrow. They're like, what? Like, when's the last time you rode the best part is I'm gonna ride my kid's bike.
Bad idea.
Bad
It was a bad idea.
Like, it seemed
Terrible idea.
In theory, it seemed like it was going to
worst
work
idea.
because it was kind of a bigger bike.
It's got big fat tires.
big
on
old
it.
fat tires.
It's heavy as hell. It's heavy as hell.
But it took 2 pedals for me to bang my knees on the handlebars twice, and I'm like, well, we're going to have to come up with something.
The
a little different.
handlebars are right. It's like a lowrider bike, so the handlebars are kind of right. It's a beach cruiser type deal, isn't it?
Yep.
And he shattered his knees the first 3. Actually, at first, he had his legs
I had
out
to ride
wide.
like that.
And you're like, I think I can do this. I'm like, for 22 miles, bud.
Boy,
there's-
can you imagine
there's
the
no
muscle
way.
group that would have worked? All right. Long story short. Long story
You
short.
look like a fool.
I was sweating out whiskey. I was sweating
You're
out
still
whiskey
half
and
cocked
natural
on
light.
this beach cruiser.
We go back, we get myself a 15-speed
The
Trek or
Wankster.
something. It's nice. Go back to
Wankster.
Wanker's house. He's got a little bike. His wife's got a bike for me to ride.
We got any bikes in the area? We put out a call. That's what's great about the Hoosiers too.
No
man.
doubt. No
Like, you
doubt.
can put out a call like that, get rollerblades or a bike.
Yep.
And it's like,
No doubt.
Done.
Handled. Get on it. You're a marvel. We got first off. We've got. I got a big old Bluetooth speaker. I tape it up to the bike. We
Yeah.
start our day with "ot," and we're like,
awesome.
and you and I, we're just getting it, bud. Like we're ready to fun. We're going ride from
Broadway.
Jefferson Barracks down the Hoosier thoroughfare that is Broadway. We're gonna take it down to where we're gonna meet outside of the Brett Hull statue, outside of
14th and Clark.
14th and Clark, right outside of where the Blues play. It's about 11 and change, 11 miles and change one way.
Then we got to come back.
And we got to come back. The idea was some people were going to meet us there. We have a big celebration. About 5 miles into this thing, we had all kinds of ideas. We're idea guys. We had a lot of ideas.
A lot of ideas.
One of the ideas was I was going to tow Steve with a fucking like a boat rope, a tow rope.
Yeah.
Not a great idea.
Well, we had someone deliver us a rope.
Kevin Miller, shout out to Kevin Miller.
We're on Broadway, kind of just cruising. Spinning around.
I thought I was being abducted
We thought
by
we were gonna be murdered.
by
Yeah,
cartel drug
we didn't
lords.
know. We didn't
I
know.
don't
It's a Lincoln.
why. I don't know what
it's
they
a
wanted
purple
me,
Lincoln.
but it's a Lincoln SUV.
It's purple. And it's spinning around on Broadway.
Cuts of you in a bad part of town.
I
I'm
mean-
like, fuck, they're kidnapping me.
And I'm in little jean shorts
Yep.
and a half shirt, and Greg's on a bicycle, and we're looking at him like, uh-oh.
Gets out, has a rope.
Has a
Now,
rope.
It bears noting that in this entire ride, for the most part, Broadway is flat, except for like right out the gate. There are two massive hills. There are 2 massive hills. So right out the gate, whatever.
It's downhill to the city too, pretty much.
For the most part.
For the most part.
As you come out of the Jefferson Barracks, you come down a pretty good hill, and then you have a
you do.
real steep grade. Come down that one, you got one more, and then it's pretty much flat.
Yeah.
Well, I had whatever carbs I did have from the 42 beers I drank the day before. were expended in those first 2 hills. So we get up to flat ground. I'm still feeling pretty good, but I'm like, gonna be a long one, you know? And that was when they brought the tow rope. We tried to do that for a minute. Didn't quite work.
I ended up towing Craig for a minute.
I think you pulled me.
On the bike.
We're cruising.
Shit.
We're cruising down Broadway, and we couldn't believe the kind of time we were making.
We made unbelievable
We
time
were
scooting down there.
flying,
Scooting, dude.
You are going at a rate on rollerblades that if you'd have went down, it'd have got you good.
Once you get in this zone, dude.
Yep.
It's just that's it.
Yep.
bro.
You look like Apollo
That's it.
Antanono, dude.
That's it.
You
baby.
did.
I had that bodysuit
You
on.
did. Well, you had the
before.
pointy helmet too.
Those are
And
so
that,
fun.
I mean, your aerodynamics.
and
were-
I can only turn like this.
Yeah, crossing over.
And across over.
so cool.
I know, dude. They can skate
cool.
so fast.
It's so cool.
Shorten them blades up, though. What are you doing?
Anyway, all of the carbs,
Morning, Popo.
all of the Monday or mornings are for the Hoosier, Papa.
Yeah, I know. I
Okay.
responded appropriately. Popos.
Okay, Papos. Good morning. Look at all these people just.
Everybody
talking.
loves this to say good morning.
Steve's a fruit. All right, Kushko.
Is that? I was wondering if that's
I think it's
become
okay.
derogatory now.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know because I said it the other day. I'm like, you fruit, and I was like,
But I mean, I
Ooh,
guess it
that
depends
didn't
on what
feel
your-
good.
I guess it depends on what your intentions
I was
are.
just calling him an idiot.
Yeah.
Just like, I could just
Yeah,
put
it's a
in
little- what are we talking
whatever.
about? It's a little fruity, right? Like,
I mean, obviously, it means like you're a little girly, and now we're way past that point. We're living in the generation where
Ellen
it
Page
was
is now
you
Elliot
play ball like a girl.
yeah, ladybugs.
Totally. It was all this kind of like, hey, man, we can kind of have fun, but now it's kind of swayed in the opposite direction where you can't do anything. Did you see that girl play football against Mizzou?
Sure. Yeah, I did.
Did you?
I did. She kicked a squib kick. Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to throw you a fucking? What do you want me to do?
Doug Vaughn got blasted on Twitter.
I
He goes,
She kicked a squib. I mean, it's great. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, I'm not gonna fucking. I don't. It doesn't make me feel better to belittle her accomplishment. It's just that her accomplishment wasn't fucking that much of an accomplishment.
it wasn't anything.
It was all whatever.
it was a publicity
It's
stunt.
fine. It's Vanderbilt. It's what they're supposed to do. They're the fucking smart kids. Do something. Like fuck. I don't know.
Listen, the day I see a chick line up at outside linebacker,
yeah, then I'll fucking start sucking
and
each
light
other's dicks, like-
and light somebody up.
no doubt.
I'm down because I think it could happen. There was a Taiwanese female boxer that they brought on, maybe a kickboxer that they brought on Jackass one time. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. She had like a little bob cut, and it was one of the most yoked out chicks I've ever seen in my life. She stomach kicked Ryan Dunn.
Oh, dude,
maybe
what's her name? Nunez or whatever in the UFC. Like she'll wreck many a men.
Yeah, that's what I'm
She
saying.
will
Like,
wreck, there are women that are fighting in the UFC that would just fucking murk most of us.
yeah.
Like I'm not. That's not what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
no. I don't like the whole thing. Like, look, we're doing something for women right now.
Yeah,
We're
it's
Vanderbilt,
patronizing.
and we're that's what I
Patronizing is the
don't
word.
like about
And
it.
here's the thing.
I love Manon Rhéaume, one of my favorite players of all time.
You're gonna be hard pressed to Dan is this motherfucker. You're gonna be hard pressed to tell me that there wasn't a fucking fullback on the men's team that can kick a ball further than fucking this chick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm fucking saying it. The fucking U.S. women's soccer team gets beat by high school boys regularly. Like, let's not
Tough.
fucking.
That's tough.
Let's not. Celebrate accomplishments. Great. I'm not trying to make enemies here, but like, let's not fucking suck each other's dicks over a squib kick. Fuck.
We got 47% women in the
Fine.
group.
It's fine.
I think they're all on board too.
It's fine. They know who I am.
Have you ever seen the women who get interviewed for, and this is kind of a fascinating thing to me, whenever there's like a presidential debate and they'll say, hey, or election, and they'll say, what do you think about, Trump or Biden or Obama or fill in the fucking blank? And they're like, or Hillary or something, and they'll say, I'm just not sure a woman's ready to be president yet. And it's a woman saying that. I'm like, what happened to you? That you don't have enough belief in yourself and you're fucking like, what happened to you?
We should probably go through it where we are exclusively being led by the feminine for a little while. Unfortunately, we
Dude.
only let hyper-masculine females fucking run this thing. Like, I would love to have sacred feminine energy just run the ship for a little while.
For sure.
You guys tell us what the thing is we need to do, and let's go and protect those ideals.
But once a
as the
month, they're going to
hyper-
start a world war.
Get
Once a
some
month.
chocolate or we're going to nuke the
We're
joint.
gonna nuke each other.
Oh, my
there,
God.
there was some study that women who like trade on Wall Street and women who run banks have a tendency to be a lot more logical when it comes to running these things, because a lot of traders and bankers, when they're watching the stock market and actively trading, it becomes a testosterone boost.
Yep.
So it becomes these risky plays that you're like, oh, you want to butt antlers, bud? You want to butt antlers? Okay. I mean, Doc.
I do. I definitely.
Yeah. So, and they said women will look at these more logically, and say, oh, wait, I don't have to fucking put my dick on the table right now.
Yep.
I'll put my clitties and titties out there, though. I'll do that much. Damn it. Clitties and titties, I like that. I've had my ass kicked by a female Muay Thai instructor. She was 165.
And 5'7". I fight at 175 and 6'4". That sounds like a humble brag to me. If I'm
Humble brag.
if I'm putting it out
Listen,
there.
I'm 6'4".
I'm gonna find a way to tell you I'm 6'4",
6'4",
and built like Adonis.
175. I
Grow
don't know.
great trees. I'm a fucking silent killing machine.
Okay, well, you know what's funny? Because I too am 5'7", 165, coach. So guess what? Who's gonna slap that ass, pal? Slap that ass up on the floor. Slap that ass, me some more. Slap that ass, move. Slap that ass, move. I've been on a real
Smack that-
Akon.
St. Louis's own.
No, he's from like Port-au-Prince or something weird.
He lived in St. Louis.
Smack that ass up on the
He
floor.
lived in St. Louis until he was 7, and then he moved away to like Senegal, and then he came back to
Senegal.
and then he came back to New Jersey.
Farty
Farty McFarts. He's like
McFartson.
from the Florissant area.
For reals.
Yeah, bud. Yeah.
Why doesn't he ever say what's up, STL?
Have you been?
Have you been here?
Although
I've been here.
Akon,
I've been here.
Akon has like single-handedly like put a power grid in all of Africa. It's amazing,
Dude.
He's put an infrastructure in there. So Akon, maybe don't forget where you came from, because
Yeah.
we could use
a power grid.
We could use a couple things out there. He's like, yeah, slap that ass, okay, beat the shit out of me.
What was his other song? That was the one with Eminem.
Well, he did one with fucking Gwen Stefani.
No, I'm talking about the one that he does by himself. That's like his big hit. I just played it at the Spanish Society. I played it for Jen too. Akon and Young Jeezy. How to take it easy.
Right now, na.
No. What are all those? You gotta look up.
Dude,
Come on,
you gotta look up
guys.
Akon
Come on.
2005.
Yeah, dude. Come on, bud. You don't know what your Akon.
2004. There we go.
I'll figure it out. Akon doesn't matter. Don't matter. Say it don't matter. No. Everybody wanna see us together, but it don't matter. No.
That's what people
'Cause
tune
I
in.
got you. That song is fucking a jam.
It's a real banger, bro.
Everyone listen to Akon. Don't matter, okay? And right after you're done with that, listen to Rednecker. You were singing Rednecker the other day, weren't you?
Fucking every.
My truck's louder than your truck, and I got a bigger bucking bass on my wall. Those are the fucking greatest lyrics of all time.
Yeah.
Because it's a real song. That's a real
I
song.
know, a bigger buck and bass on my wall.
When I can't listen to it in St. Louis. Hard. It's
you can't
hard.
listen to it
It's hard.
anywhere but in
if
private.
I get about 45 minutes
Dude,
outside
you
of
played it, my
270.
brother-in-law shit his pants. He was so happy. My brother-in-law at the Spanish Society, Timmy. You played that, and he's like,
Really? Really? Yes, dude. I love Timmy.
Timmy's the best.
I love
I love
Timmy
my
so
brother-in-law.
much. He likes that song.
Well, yeah, he lives that life. He does. His truck is
I
bigger
know.
than yours.
I
You know?
dude.
Like,
My truck's louder than your truck, and I got a bigger fucking bass on my wall.
who
Just
is that?
fucking
Who
runs up.
fucking sings that?
It's like Hardy. He looks
Hardy.
He looks too like to be like a hipster country artist, which is an interesting
Song, Rednecker, a song by Hardy.
Like he
I'm
doesn't
red,
look.
I'm rednecker than you.
I'm rednecker than you. I'm rednecker than you. If you look at him, he doesn't really look like a redneck either, which is kind of
Most of the rednecks that I know
look like. I don't know what a redneck really looks like.
I just want Hardy's life. That's really all it boils down to.
Oh, dude, and we were getting down because I was trying to think. I love looking up old songs and kind of like reliving the moments of the time. And man, if there wasn't two bigger songs, I was supposed to go to this party, and we were pre-partying.
I like that question, Coach. We'll play with that.
What are your top 5 favorite songs? Okay, but we were going to this party. It was like somebody's birthday party, and everyone's getting ready to get on this bus. And so I had 2 songs that I played on fucking repeat, where I got so drunk that I just played them back and forth for a period of like an hour before people are like, dude, we gotta go. We're gonna leave you here, dude. So this is 02, 03, my first year at college. I'm really feeling my oats here. And the 2 songs were, and this song is still fucking great. It is. The remake to ignition, hiding fresh out the kitchen. Mama rolling that body, got every man in here wishing. I'm sipping on coke and rum. I'm like, so what? I'm drunk. It's a freaking weekend, baby.
I'm about to pee on some minors.
That's what. So I played those songs for my kids, and they're like, "Oh, I like this song. This song's like an 8 out of 10." I always tell them to give me a rating. And I'm like, oh, good call. He peed on minors. Good job. Good job. You like that? Totally like, you like that song? Well, you're a pervert. Good job.
Yep, good job.
And they're both like, Jesus, they didn't understand it. I'm trying to explain. I'm like, it's kind of a whole deal.
Sure.
Some people like to be peed on.
Sure.
And they're just like, what?
Yep.
And I think it was like a 14-year-old. So like Oliver's 10 and he's trying to like put this all together. So he's scared of R. Kelly now. He's having R. Kelly nightmares. And he's like, Dad, I'm being pissed on.
If your kid, that's not good.
So the first time everyone hears that song in the dorm, Stretch Navigator, everybody was here, like the party was catered. I'm on the toot.
Let me get that beep beep.
That was the shit, dude. That's what it did.
All right,
can I give you the other song?
Yes.
This one's not as good. I don't think it holds up as good. But I was obsessed with it. You can find me in the club. Bottle full of bub. Mama, I got what you need if you need a bit of love. That is sex, I ain't into making love. Come give me a hug. Okay. I was just living that life at the time. It was
killed
the
me.
Weekend. It was the freaking weekend.
Killed me dead. It killed me dead every time I heard 50 Cent. I wanted to fucking.
You did not like that song?
It's fine. Club. It's fine. It's fine.
Find me in the club. Bottle full of bub.
Mama, I got what you need if you in there
Mama,
taking drugs.
It's something about
if you in there taking
X.
drugs.
The
I'm
real
in there having
version
sex,
says,
I ain't in there making love.
Yeah.
So come give me a hug. Yeah.
I got that X. If you in something. Because I only listen to the clean version, obviously.
The one that I remember, I got broken one time with the song.
Give me that poo poo. Let me get that pee pee. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I remember when I had kind of worked my way into being a salesman after building limos for a while. The sales manager at the time, I saw my way in. This is one of the things that I'm really proud of as far as like setting my mind to something that was kind of out of reach and making and making it happen within the course of like a year and a half. I had a whole plan. I followed the fucking plan and it fucking worked. It got me out of this $12 an hour job.
I taught you a lot of
great,
good, valuable lessons.
It's great.
I got you here.
Got me a lot of good times.
Why didn't you keep doing that?
Because I didn't want to sell limos anymore.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
because
goal.
When I got there, I did it once. I can say I did it. That's all that matters.
You proved that system works.
Yeah, I proved the system works, but I'm not gonna like go through the effort of doing it all the time. Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I found a way to make my life better.
So the guy that was the sales manager that could potentially even start this conversation with the owner that could eventually lead to me having this job that pays literally 10 times what I'm making now.
$120 an hour?
Sometimes. Shit, there were days I made $20,000 in a day. Like, anyway, whatever. So
You made $20,000 in a day?
there were 3 different days where I made over $15,000.
What are you doing?
It was the worst. I hated myself.
I don't care.
I hated
You
myself.
couldn't nest egg some of that shit away?
No, I
bud?
put most of it up my face. I've told you this.
I know. I didn't realize how much fun you had.
Oh, I had fun.
God damn, you had some fun.
So,
That's a
got some
whole lot of
story.
fun.
Got some stories out of it, man. Anywho.
It's fueling the show.
That's
why you did it.
Got. So I noticed that the guy, he always wore. This is in Springfield. He always wore a Cardinals jacket as he would walk through kind of the whole plant, and I'm like, "There's my in." This guy likes the Cardinals. I can talk some fucking. I can talk that Cardinals
yeah.
sass,
You're
especially at that time. I'm playing
fucking-
there is always baseball on in my life. Like, if it ain't on the radio, it's on a TV near me. I know what's going on. I know what fucking Luis Alisei is. He's coaching in the farm. You know, he's got some real promising talent coming up with the Toledo Mud Hens. Anyway. So I see that this guy's into the Cardinals, so I'm like, oh fuck yeah. So I start just kind of bullshitting with him, little fucking deals here and there. And this is right around the time. Let's see, Landon. It was right around 06, right around the time we won the World Series. Around this is when I kind of start this conversation. It's a good time to be a Cardinals fan. So after like a week of just kind of bullshitting with this guy, we get along. We get along real great. All of a sudden, he comes out. He's like, "Hey, kid, don't tell anybody. You're playing hooky on Thursday." And I'm like, "I am." He's like, "Yeah, meet me at the Holiday Inn at 7 a.m. Thursday morning." I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "We're gonna take a limo. We're gonna go up to fucking St. Louis. We're gonna have a real good time." This is all tying into, just so I don't get lost. This is all tying into your song that you're playing over and over. So. Meet him there. We got a stretch Hummer waiting for us, and it's like just a group of.
What do you get? 10 miles a gallon on that? Try 7.
Yeah, try 7, bud. Yeah, easily. 200-inch stretch. This is a big old fucking Hummer, man. 30 fucking 5-foot Hummer. So
That's not excessive.
so we pile in like fucking 16 people into this car, right? And I think, statute of limitations or whatever. Fuck you. Anyway, so like we get in the car and we're at like actually really close to our friend Ashley Markham's dispensary, Old Route 66. Not where we were at, but our other one at Glenstone and 44. So we're right there for our Springfield people, so they can kind of get a frame of reference. I'm right on the highway, pretty much. By the time I get to Marshfield, which is about 30 minutes away, I've already partaken in smoking like 9 joints, and I'm about 4 beers deep. I'm about 30 minutes from home. Somebody tosses me a little fucking chocolate. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, chocolate, cool, rock and roll. Like,
Did you think it was edible, or did you not even think of anything?
Think of it. I'm
Yeah,
fucking
you're at
drunk.
that
We're
point,
We're
yeah.
just consuming. I bite into it. It's chock full of fucking mushrooms. And I'm like, whoop.
It's like a Rice Krispie thing in the middle. You can see me like, those are mushrooms.
Whoopsie
It's like a crunch bar.
Yes, exactly.
Mushrooms.
So it also bears noting that leading up to that, I don't remember what happened, but this is my day to shine. But I can't remember what we were doing like the couple nights leading up to it. But I had no voice, and I mean no voice. So I couldn't I was talking like. I was talking like.
Is that your body? Your body's talking.
Body's out.
I thought it was on the other side of the wall. Holy shit, I did. I thought someone was scratching.
I'm trying to get words out, but I can't talk to anybody.
Oh my God.
But I'm still having a good time. We're packed. We got there's like probably 5 or 6 gals my age.
Ooh.
All the dudes are pretty much older than me. This is a real good spot for me. It's a real good spot. Except I don't have a voice, so I'm rendered a little useless here. And
That
now,
would do wonders for me to
now
shut
I
your
just,
fucking mouth.
shut the fuck up and just not do the
Yeah,
music,
yeah.
man.
That would have been a lot better for me.
This one gal played T.I. You could have whatever you like. I said you could have whatever you like. That's home, baby, on all ice.
Baby, pop bottles all night, baby. You can have whatever you like.
112 times that song played. And I've got no way to voice the torture that I'm going through. I'm just like... there's also, like, whatever, we're passing fucking... that was the point. That was the song that broke. That was the song that got played over and
That's
over.
a good song. Not
Great
112
tune.
songs.
Great
Not
tune.
112 times.
Let's just. I
Not
can't
do
remember
that.
what the other tune was. It might have been 50 Cent, but they were just back and forth. Boom, boom, boom. I'm in the throes of a mushroom trip that I did
Oh no!
not know was happening. Luckily, this guy that sells high-end Mercedes or something at a different lot had the greatest cocaine that ever existed. And so I'm like, they're like passing around. I'm like, oh, that'll probably pull me out. So now I'm just on a cocktail of chemicals.
Gonzo.
Total gonzo with people that I'm kind of trying to impress,
Yeah.
But also, I think this is how you impress them. Like, at the time, like, I'm going to really impress these guys. Get it. So
You can have whatever you like.
Dude, I was such an asshole. Anyway,
You're probably like, yeah, baby. If you date me, you can have whatever you
yeah,
like too.
you're actually better off with any one of these sugar daddies in here. I just turn wrenches, but
I turn wrenches
But one
too.
day though,
One day you can have whatever you like.
One day
You can have whatever you like.
One day I'm gonna fucking be selling, luxury cars and doing yak with fucking the young children and
So what
limousines.
happened? How many of the
So-
chicks did you bone up?
Well, the day was it was a marathon. So
And the dudes.
as we get up there,
What were you doing?
we were going to a Cardinal game, day game,
Oh, it's day game. Okay.
day game, businessman special. Steve,
Oh, Joey hates those.
you hate those?
I was kidding
We're
around.
going hard, man. I'm having a fucking blast, but I'm also caught in this prison of silence that I can't really fucking partake in it, which it's tough for me. It's real tough for me to not be heard, bud. You get it. And so that's why we do this.
This is the reason why you've done
This
this.
is all what this is about. This is so we can get the poison out. Wait until you hear what kind of fucking tomatoes Heavyweight's got. Oh, I got it pulled up. You were going to be none too pleased. So we get to downtown St. Louis. Limo, it's it's a traffic jam right there at Washington where the arch is. All that. We're gonna get off right there. I have to shit. Worse, I have to have a shet
Oh, I've had a mushroom shat.
worse than anybody's had to have a
The
shet.
mushrooms aren't working if I'm not pooping.
I'm also on a copious amount of incredibly good.
And once you
cocaine
get,
at this point. So,
baby laxative probably too a little bit.
maybe, but this was
Maybe, baby.
some pretty real deal schmees here.
Yeah,
bud.
you're in a stretch Hummer. You're probably that's where
the guys that I'm partying with, they
That's
do
real
this on
schmees.
purpose. That, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's people that kind of do it, and then there's guys that they do it.
Yeah.
These guys do it. So I get down, and now I'm with this huge group. We're walking as a group to the ball game where Tom has all the tickets. My sales manager, he's got all the tickets,
and you're fucking
and I'm
gone.
I'm gone, and I got a turtle head poking.
Oh
and so
no.
I'm like, oh man, I can't tell this whole group to wait outside while I take a shit. What am I gonna do, man? I can't make it to the stadium. I cannot make it to the stadium. There is absolutely no way I can do that. And I don't remember what downtown bar it was. But I remember we were walking, and I'm like at the front of the fucking pack. I'm at the front of the pack, fucking walking like a penguin.
Oh shit!
And they're all talking like, and as like their attention is kind of elsewhere, they're all laughing, walking through the cavernous downtown streets of St. Louis. I just kind of slip into this bar. I go straight back to the bathroom,
Which I'm sure is pristine.
Not great, not awful though. Not
Okay,
awful.
good.
Not awful.
Because on Cardinal Day, at the end of a game day,
this is early. This is before the game started. So that's what's nice about it. I'm getting in and out. The place isn't packed. I walk straight back to this thing, and I go in to do work. Like I can't lose the group. Like I don't even think I have
you're
a
not
cell,
getting.
I don't even
Yeah,
think I
you
have
get
a
your
cell
cell phone. Yeah.
You know. So I
You have to poop
I
in a
make quick
public
work.
restroom.
I go back. I'm hovering
on mushrooms.
yes, and and not lose my group. Who I did not tell that I was going in here because I've got poop shame.
Hey guys, I'm not going to poop.
I promise I'm not pooping.
Pooping's gross. I don't do it.
I don't do pooping. I don't poop.
So
I run in there. I don't know how I do it, but I managed to just like flush it out, and like I handle my business. I get up out of there, and like they're rounding the corner as I'm coming back out of the restaurant. It's fastest shit's ever been taken.
Damn.
Someone put me on a clock. This was Olympic speed shitting. Run around, end up going to the ball game.
Meanwhile, you're smeared in shit
I
because
don't even realize 'cause I'm tripping. I thought I wiped.
You actually haven't even went into the bathroom. No. You're still just sitting there shitting your pants in front of everyone.
Just not breaking eye contact. It's a real power move. I'll show you how good I am at this job. I'm going to make you still like me after shitting my pants.
Shit your pants if you love the Cardinals.
Shit your pants for the Redbirds.
People would do it. People in St. Louis would do it.
I know plenty that would. So whatever. We go to the game. I don't even remember what happens at the game.
Cardinals win 7-3.
Well, I do remember like from a lot of this one I don't just because of because I wonder why because of the chemical cocktail. All I do remember was my pretty unassuming sales manager, who was always a good time. He was just the kind of dude that just did whatever the fuck he wanted. He's like, "Hey, listen, kid, if you just fucking do things like you've been doing it all along, like you're supposed to be here, no one's gonna question you." Dude, he was the king of that shit.
My buddy's dad was that guy. Would do experiments all the time with like the movies. He'd just walk in. He goes, "Watch, they will not ask me for a ticket if I walk in like I fucking own the place."
100%.
And it would work.
The type of dude he was. Overall, pretty good, but also a little mischievous from time to time. And like when we get to our seats, and we're like, they're nice seats, field box, third base side, and he's just like, he is lounged out. Mind you, we're all fucked up. He is lounged out on the seats, and this guy's like his arms pretty much on this dude behind him, fucking legs. And I remember this because I'm frying, And this guy's like, "Excuse me, do you mind?" And I just remember my buddy, who's also frying, my sales manager, looking back at me like, "You want a black eye?"
You want a black eye?
That's the only thing I remember from this game. How weird. I just remember him saying that, and I was like, sometimes you gotta threaten a motherfucker with a black eye.
Okay.
The guy didn't even know what to say to that. What do you say?
No.
Yes. Yeah, I'd love a black eye. Here it is. He fucking pokes him in it. Just fucking.
I have to poop now. I'm turtle heading after all this talk. Poke him in the Three Stooges. Except he's on mushroom, his eye grabs the guy.
It wasn't until years later that people made me aware of my privilege, right? Because it was after this, I remember we were walking down the street, and he's just lighting joints and handing them to us. This is 2006, 2007. We're walking through downtown. We go over to the Millennium, which is still open, Millennium Hotel. We're laying in the front waiting for the limo to come pick us back up. And these people are all just blowing rails in the fucking lawn of the Millennium Hotel. I'm like,
Oh, shit.
I'm like looking around. I'm like,
Who's rails, and can I get a piece of them too?
let me at him. I'll blow him so good.
Everyone's blowing rails. Is that like Lenny Dykstra
Rails has got it
nails?
so good, man.
Nails and rails.
Rails has got it good. People are just lining up to blow him. Fuck. He's got it pretty good. Seeing a lot of fresh names in the live feed. Tight Cheeks. GM. Make that movie. Steve, you can be Dr. Gonzo. Steve's the one that's cussing me for being Dr. Gonzo half the time, I think.
What?
For just being a weirdo in public. Anyway, taking copious amounts of ridiculousness.
No, you're good at it.
You're good at it. So, we jump in the car.
You're good at it.
And it's like, I don't know, it's a day game, so it's like 4 o'clock, 4:30. You do what you naturally got to do. You go east, right? So now we've got this whole ragtag crew of misfits rolling up on PTs at the time. And this was, man, these were
By Pops and shit.
Yep. We're over on
Now
Route
it's
3.
the
Country Rock Cabaret.
Yeah, it's hilarious, dude.
And maybe we'll make some time for Penthouse too. I don't know. So we go over there. And,
Penthouse is classy.
Yeah, I know.
It's the classier of the joints. Yeah. I know. I've licked their toilet seats, but I know whose it's better.
I got shamed by a bathroom attendant in Penthouse. One time.
Yeah, we all have.
He's like, go do your fucking drugs outside. I'm like, all right, man. Fuck, that seems like a safe place here. Fuck, I'm sorry. Fuck, here's a tip. Get up. Fuck, I'm sorry, man. Give me a fucking break.
I never tip them.
You don't tip bathroom attendants?
Fuck no. Not unless he's wiping my asshole. No, I'm kidding. I tipped him.
Yeah,
but by the end of the night, when you got like $7 left, you're like,
it's either for you or her, bud. I'm going to take a nipple across my eyeball. Sorry. Yeah. You got that black eye.
Butterfly kissing a nipple.
Butterfly kisses. So we're over there. We're going really hard. This story has no fucking point, but we're going really hard. And I remember
none of our
we didn't get on the road until late. We were heading back to Springfield. This day started at 7 a.m. We're probably not heading back to Springfield until probably don't get on the road till 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. So it's getting pretty late. We've been pretty steadily drinking and
Do you have
partying.
shit to do the next day?
I mean, it's Friday.
Okay.
I need to go in.
It's a Friday day game?
It was a Thursday day game.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Gotcha.
So we were next day was Friday. So
Gotcha.
Anyway, I remember we fucking get in that fucking limo after this whole day, and this fucking broad puts on T.I.
No.
And I'm like, hon.
No.
Hon, you're killing me. You're fucking killing me, kid. We've done this for 14 fucking hours. Come on, babe. And she's like, you don't like it? And I'm like, I used to love it. You've broken me. Honey. So I'm laying in the back of this, what we would call the VIP area of a stretch Hummer, kind of the back little J seat in the far back of it. I'm lying down, and then there's two staggered seats. There's one on the left side of the car. There's another right one on the car. It's a J seat here that runs down the right side. And everybody's kind of just finding places to lay down. It's big enough that we can all kind of lay out. And I'm kind of propped up along this J seat in the back. And I'm not so tired that I can sleep. But a lot of these people are fucking wasted. They're trying to catch a little nap. And I see this gal, Stephanie. Wow. She sits up. Her friend is laying on the floor next to the seat, and she is laying on the seat just above her. And I see this gal sit up. Everybody's sleeping. And I see her fucking sit up. And she's not looking so hot, man.
No.
And she turns
on her
over
friend's head
and just starts slowly, but like assertively vomiting all over her friend's head. Her friend is so drunk, she's just kind of sleeping through this. She's so drunk, she doesn't realize she's puking on her friend's head. I'm the only one awake, sitting in the back, looking at the gal who broke me with fucking T.I. get fucking yacked on for a solid 45 to 50 seconds straight.
And you're just like...
And I am beating off furiously.
This ought to help you sleep.
That ought to help you slip. There's no real point.
What happened?
So I'm just kind of...
Because it is interesting. Some girls are like, when they puke. I don't know how they do it.
I'm kind of pretending that... I thought I heard someone. I'm kind of pretending that I didn't hear... Nothing? I'm kind of pretending that I didn't hear anything. Also kind of breathing in, or just really soaking in the sweet karmic payout that was what happens to the person that plays the same songs 25 times in a row.
You can have whatever you want.
I'm going to sweet dreams land.
You can have whatever.
As the DJ gets puked on. And
it had to stink.
When we get back, it was about a minute or two later that everybody starts, and I'm in that spot where I'm on the backside of a trip. I have had a good drunk on all day, pretty stony, feeling pretty good, not quite asleep, just the observer in the shadows. And I am watching pandemonium unfold as they finally realize what has happened. She's sleeping like a little cherub. She's just so comfy. She's fucking got all the poison out of her.
Sweet.
The one girl wakes up.
DJ.
The DJ wakes up and she's like
Matted.
realizing that her hair is like
just matted.
matted with vomit.
Oh,
The guy that's lying kind of at the other end, like right by her, he's catching whiffs now. So now he's like kind of
Ratchet. And this chick's like, oh my God, it's in my eyes, in my mouth.
I am in the shadows like Jack Nicholson.
Sorry, I should have been on that. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good Jack.
And the next day I had a job offer. I fucking held my own, bro.
Good job, man. Good job, dude. We're late for a break.
Well, let's do it then, pal.
I've never heard that
I
one.
can't believe I haven't told you that story. There's a little more to it. That was the condensed version, but you got all the important stuff.
Someone puking on someone's fucking head, bud.
I remember running into those gals at a few different gatherings and get-togethers. These were the type of gals that like drank GHB for fun. Like they brought the fucking 2-liter of GHB to the party. I'm like, anything that kind of goes by the date rape drug.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna pass on it. Like I don't
For
know.
real?
I'm not judging you. Oh yeah, that was their recreational drug. Dude, a lot of people use GHB recreationally in like the club scene and everything else. If you do a capful, I shouldn't tell you. But like, apparently like it's a really fun drunk high. I don't know.
Do you drink with it too? Typically,
I don't think you should. But
or is that the deal?
I think that's what you're on.
Really? I have never met anyone
on purpose. Yeah,
like
on purpose.
that told me
Not for me.
about it. Huh. Interesting.
Commercials. We got them. They're our sponsors.
Support our
We love our
sponsors.
sponsors. I think when we come back, we're going to take a little shot of Native Hemp. We got Kush Coach is asking us about our top 5 songs.
Yeah,
let's do that. That's going to be a tough one, but I'm sure I can dig up 5 songs I love.
I got a small business thing too. I put a little post on the page. I want to shout
nice.
them out.
And
can
we
help
also
each other.
kind of had a pretty cool idea yesterday that maybe we should float out there just to see if there's any any interest in the Hoosiers, maybe for the holidays, COVID holidays. We're just trying to maybe help them. We've got a little product maybe you guys might be interested in. We'll talk to you on the break. And then we're going to go to Rotten Tomatoes
I can't wait
to
for this
see
shit.
what fucking, you are not going to believe what the score is on heavyweights, bud.
93, 94? 95?
I would think, bud.
What, 100? Did it get a perfect 100?
We'll get into that probably in the third hour, at the end of the next hour, because if their taste in movies wasn't exposed with the Goofy movie, we're going to find out a lot about them with heavyweights. Guys, this is the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. These are our sponsors. Spend a couple bucks with them if you can. We love you, and we'll see you on the other side. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
James 314-961-4800. Handsome, amazing, astonishing, astounding, fabulous, incredible, fantastical, phenomenal, prodigious, stupendous, unbelievable, wondrous, divine, fantastical. No, seriously, he's fantastical. You got a house, go on and get it insured. You got a car, you gotta get it insured. You got a life, go on and get it insured. CarltonInsurance.net. Fantastic, stupendous, fantastic.
Hey, boys and girls, I'm talking about native hemp extract. That CBD.
That CBD
Inside of me.
inside of me.
That CBD.
That CBD.
Sweet delicious CBD. That CBD.
That CBD.
Got the CBD. CBD native hemp. That CBD.
That CBD.
You can get it from me.
I can.
That CBD.
That CBD.
Inside of me.
Inside of me.
That CBD.
That CBD.
Inside of me.
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 No. Inside of me.
Inside of me. Inside of me. Native hemp extract. 1,800 milligrams of total cannabinoid goodness from Pike County, Illinois. Get yours at HoosierSophisticate.com.
I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Want a poster looking like me. Checking the swamp man for a pretty girl. Being an outlaw in an outlaw world.
Hey, I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Want a poster looking like me. Walking my hound dog, surfing that swamp. Catching crow that do the sweetly stomp. Everybody do the sweetly stomp.
It's a stomp, it's a wiggle, turn around, a little tickle. It's a stomp, move your feet, head on down to Sweet Leaf. Head on down to Sweet Leaf. Head on down to Sweet Leaf.
Dude, man, get on down to Sweet Leaf Emporium and do that Sweet Leaf stomp, man.
James Carlton. James Carlton. James Carlton. You gotta get your insurance. Gotta get State Farm Insurance.
You think you found the best insurance agent in the game? Well, I got news for you. I did, and it's James Carlton. State Farm. CarltonInsurance.net.
961-48.
Welcome back. Hour 2, Hoosier Sophisticate Morning Show.
570 comments.
First hour. Let them know, bud. It's the
Hill Big's Weenie.
Hill Big's Wiener presents the No Yeet Hour.
Yep.
Yep. Our buddy, the Kush Coach.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, Kush Coach, you guys are talking about, Fear and Loathing, shooting a movie. I've got, my days selling limos have a few Fear and Loathing. I could tie together a pretty good little Fear and Loathing story. Then I'll tell you what, a lot of those guys were always bestowing wisdom on me. That same dude, Tom, that I was with, I remember being in Atlantic City, all fucking wound up, Taj Mahal, all wound up, haven't slept for, a couple days, gambling, getting after it, drinking around the clock, smoking weed, having a good time. And I remember I was gonna go to a party with some people that owned this limo company from like Louisville. They were all going out. It was like 2 a.m. We were gonna get in the cab, and like as I'm walking out, my sales manager's like coming back to the hotel. He's getting out of a cab, and he goes, kid, you can go have some fun. He's like, but I want you to know something. And it's just, and everybody's been told this, but like, nothing good happens from you getting in a cab to go out at 2 a.m. Just remember that.
Sure, all the best shit that's
I'm
ever
like,
happened in
I'm
my
not
life.
so sure, bud. I say yes to everything, and it makes for some pretty great shit.
Yeah.
But he was right every time. I've used that most of the time. If I'm out traveling to go do something after fucking the first round of bar closes, nothing good's gonna come of that.
Dude, it reminds me of this story. We went to Chicago one time.
Did you get some of this?
Oh yeah. Went to Chicago one time and fucking all went out, and then we all drank a couple beers, and then we went home and fucking we slept, and then we went and we came back. We came back to St. Louis.
That was it, huh?
This is a new character I'm working on. Instead of the one-upper guy where he's
Morning,
like,
Amber.
well, I went to
He's one
Beijing. His stories are always worse than the person who tells the story. And they're like, okay, that was...
I have not commented on that post, Steve.
Thank you. No yeet. Thank you. You're not kicked out of the group then. You're not kicked out of the group. All right, we're going to do songs. We're going to get into that. If you're not watching on Twitch, the way you can help us, the way you guys can help us big time is share the Twitch feed. Share it with a friend. Share it with a friend, right? Like text it to a friend. Message it to a friend.
I think that's the best way to make sure that this community keeps growing with people that they got a little buy-in.
Yep.
They got a little buy-in. They see what we're doing. Kush Coach saw it. Game recognizes game.
Kush Coach.
We see what he's doing. He saw what we're doing. It's like, hey, this is what we're trying to do here. We're just trying to help people out. We have this plant in common. We have these different medicines in common. We have love in common.
Dude, and
no
I already
matter if you're
grow
in
better than him.
Colorado or Missouri.
I already grow better weed. I already
Missouri
grow
guys
better
are going to
weed.
grow better weed than
I already grow better weed
fine.
than him.
That's fine. The Colorado guys are going to punch your lights out. That's all.
Yeah, right.
Fine.
6'4", 175. Good luck. I may not look like I have a long reach, but look at that.
Whoa.
I can almost reach Craig from my microphone.
Whoa. I don't know anyone on Twitch. Well, now you
Who
do,
cares?
though.
I met him
every show
yesterday.
on my
He's
team.
great.
Yes,
He's
he does.
great.
Yes, he is.
He is great.
The Pressure Drop crew, they're great dudes.
I had a great time with that guy. You know how some people come in and you're like, hey, cool, this is fun.
I'm having a good time.
I was having a blast with him.
He's
I
an
almost
awesome
didn't want
cat.
him to leave.
They got a cool little setup, and one of the many faults one of the many faults is that Amy Wilson. What's her name? Amy Winslow. I should come on. Carl's daughter. Amy Winslow.
You guys better come win this before I. Oh no.
Before you break it.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what that was. You know when we're gonna give that away?
When we get to 200 followers, I think we were 60 away as of last night.
Man,
it's
I was
a little
having
bit
a rough
tougher
time
because you're trying to get you're trying to get a lot of people. Our demographic is I mean it hits the whole spectrum, but definitely we trend with the 30 to 44-year-old.
Yep. 60-40 chickies to boom booms.
Yep.
What?
Titties to testicles.
Yeah. Well, I'm lock the door.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, it's tough to get a bunch of the 30 to 44-year-old people to come to this streaming platform that is primarily enjoyed by kids, people into gaming, but it's growing. We're here. We got a foothold. So,
They have a whole new section called talk shows
and podcasts. And that's where we fit into this whole deal. And I've been having a blast. Our numbers have been growing. Our views are growing.
It's cool.
Like it's neat. I like for the time being. We prefer it to Facebook. We think it's better than Facebook. And in 5 years or 3 years,
we'll be telling you something different.
3 years, you might have to make another switch. It's also that we can continue talking about what we want to talk about without the gatekeepers keeping us out.
Amber, she got on. She wants a little piece of that mushroom pipe.
I know.
She wants a little piece of that. You guys have something special that no one offers. Always enjoy every show you guys do because there's pure passion behind everything. Who the fart said that?
I think it was Blunt Man to Kill, our buddy.
Our
buddy.
Said
I watched
God
him play
dang.
a little Counter-Strike Source.
Really?
CS:GO, and gave me some nostalgia.
You're wistful?
Man. Gave me some nostalgia, because it's the same game that 1.6 was that I played fucking 20 years ago, but the graphics, the skins of
just
the
unbelievable.
game now are I'm like, oh wait a minute, this is new. I recognize this map as they're running through, but it's just so hyper realistic.
Yeah, it's cool,
it's
man.
Pretty
That
neat.
is awesome.
It was also awesome on Twitch. In my car as he was playing, it put up all of his information on my dash. Blunt Man to Kill. If you're
really,
if you're listening to us on Twitch on your phone, you get in your car and you have one of those fancy cars that'll
one of those fancy cars,
fancy little
hook up
cars
to the stars or something,
to the Bluetooth or something. Twitch will put all of your information in there like it was an album or something.
Oh my god,
pretty cool.
That is. You can put it on in your back pocket too.
You can, that's what I'm saying.
You put it on in your back pocket.
In your back pocket, way better graphics now. No doubt about it.
Man,
need to make a CS cannabis team. Just saying.
Okay,
okay,
I'll play.
I mean,
no one invited me, but I'm in. I'll just say I'm in.
I'm a liability. You can ask any of my friends I used to play with. I'm a liability.
Leroy Jenkins,
the absolute best.
No. I want to say thank you to Blunt Man because I've been thinking a lot about that lately. I get to listen to these other morning shows as I'm coming in, and our goal was to kind of take over the mornings in St. Louis. Mm-hmm. We want to take over your mornings in St. Louis. We want to make you laugh with stories like that. We want to give you some articles about stuff you may not be on your radar. We want to compile all the information that we think is valuable and try to give it to you, and then you go out in the world and do awesome things. And that's that's the game we're trying to play right now. Life can be what you make it, bud.
Sure.
And with this group, we're making it awesome.
Absolutely.
It's fucking awesome, dude. I love these people more and more all the time. I love the new people. Like I always say, whenever I'm having a tough time, someone will come into my life, like the Kush Coach or Hill Big, that makes me realize, oh shit,
we're doing something special.
And people like Ricky and Rachel, who they know they've done it. We have this bond, this kinship with them. That's like, I've been in the trenches of this little online bullshit for a while, not a trench of a war. That's why I'm trying to not compare it to that. But obviously, we've been there before in the wild, living there for, a couple of years, and now new people are coming in. So you have this mutual respect that's like, oh shit, you've been fighting the man for a while too? Yeah, me too. Let's fucking figure out a new way to take us into the future.
No doubt.
Get people online in a different way, use these tools to our advantage, connect with each other, and figure out a way, and I'll just give out, this is a good time, I'll just shout out.
I'm a huge Stern guy, but you guys hooked me.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's awesome. Alter Ego Cakes, check them out. They follow our page. We got RPC Fab Shop. Give them a little shout out. Ashley England, art by Ashley
sister,
England. Stash Box. We might talk
My
about
brother-in-law.
that.
We're gonna have him on sometime this week to talk about what the Cannabis Club Cola Lounge has going on.
Yeah, I do. I want
They
to
got
do
some
that.
pretty cool stuff. The first ever consumption lounge in Missouri. They got some pretty neat stuff on the horizon.
Missy Hogan from Abracadabra Pet Grooming, friend of Chris Penick.
Okay.
You're a friend of Chris Penick. You're a friend
I
of
think
mine.
she's actually down the Reed Springs area, so real close to where we stayed whenever we
Really?
went down to the fundraiser. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. That's a great. Love that. Mantis 9, Grow and Supply. We want everyone to grow their own medicine.
That Josh Ordo?
John Lowe.
Oh, okay. I think Josh
maybe.
Ordo
Okay.
might be affiliated with that.
X Escapes KC. Can a Convict Project.
Absolutely.
Kawhi said Pressure Drop
Hillsborough,
Grow Shop.
our
Hell
buddy,
yeah.
Nick Kawhi and Ben Pitzer are the guys.
And Bundren Pro Purdy. Grow up.
Okay, well, he should certainly grow
He's
up.
got grow up in his friggin-
Grow up.
Oh my god.
Grow up, bud.
So we want to support all of the local businesses.
We
We
do.
know everybody's hurting with the stupid shit going on right now. So if we can support our people with that are in our group, it kind of makes a little micro world for
I feel
us.
like we can probably offer a pretty good discount to anybody that wants some commercials, some social media content.
Yeah.
Reach out to us. You can come in here with
Yeah,
the
we'll
green
help put you
screen.
on the map.
We can make it for you. You can
This
make
is
it
green.
yourself. We will produce a commercial for you, social media content for you. We can even come up with packages for you so that you can use them. You don't necessarily have to sponsor the show, be a part of the sponsor. We want to be able to offer things outside of the advertising space that the Hoosier Sophisticate show offers. So reach out to us if you're interested in that. Have your social media manager. We can sit down with them. We can give you guys content for your social media managers to run. And that's something that's super fun, that anybody that has a small business in our group, we will offer you a discount if you reach out to us. Kind of closing up 2020, reach out to us. We will help you create content specific to your business that's going to get people to stop scrolling in a world of endless scrolling and engage with your content. And then for all of the Hoosiers that maybe don't have a small business, but are looking for a unique way to reach out to their family and friends, especially in times of COVID, where we might not be able to meet with our families throughout the holidays. A lot of people like to send, family Christmas cards or holiday cards, anything like that. If you want, we're going to, if there's any interest in this, we will run a very affordable fun package for you to come in here with your family or with yourself, whatever. You can bring props. We got some props, and we can shoot a custom video message for you to share with your family.
Oh, I would love to do that for
I
people.
think it would be so much
fun.
fun. It would be a way for you to engage people you might not be able to see. We'll make it affordable for you, and it'll be an opportunity to get the Hoosiers in here to kind of check out what we're trying to do here with the Church of Unconditional Love and Transcendence.
Damn right,
Come
baby.
check out what we're doing here.
We hung curtains. We got a portal. We have drums, guitars, a xylophone, a piano. We want to come here and create space. It feels weird. It shouldn't feel this weird to me to come to a place like this that we've carved out our own little. I compare it to the first time I heard about Google and their offices when they said, hey, man, work doesn't have to be some cubicle place. We got nap pods and bring your dog. And we got this guy who cooks people lunch on site. And you can take this car that goes. I remember thinking of that and going, whoa, man, the fucking world is changing to where this idea of work having to be a place where it's shitty to go to, that it becomes, you get more out of your employees and what you eventually spend most of your time with, people who can become your family. Like, that's what I like. My wife works with Bunder and Property Group. It's like a family. We're forming a family. They already are kind of related in a certain way,
sure.
whatever. But, like forming these bonds with people and helping them with their passions and helping them get their name out there and forming this little community that branches out everywhere. It's not necessarily the neighborhood like we used to call it, but now it's this online neighborhood that we've been cultivating. And to be able to bring people here and show what we've created and to come to a place like this, like the sky was fucking purple this morning, man. I'm driving, the sun's coming up. I'm actually going to be on time. I'm listening to Sturgill Simpson again. Coming to this place, I go, man, fucking, I wonder how many people are stuck in that thing like, it's just what I do every day is not, it's not fun. It's not what I want to do. It's just what I got to do. And I understand that people do what they fucking got to do. And that's what you have to do.
That's right.
But can we all work towards something more? Is there the next creative genius out there that's watching the show that wants to come on here and do a spot on the green screen? Hey, Steve Craig, I got this idea. Do a spot on the green
Please
screen.
come
Well,
here
that
and create.
fucking blows up bigger than we'll. And we'll destroy you if you get bigger than us. Let's just, I'll
As
do
long as I
everything
get a
in my
piece- as
power
long as
to
I get-
destroy
That's
you,
all I want
okay?
to be. I just want a piece of everybody's action. That's
No,
all.
and just getting people in here to create, that's a great mentality. Just to be able to get people in here and see the hard work people have done to paint us stuff and see what Mike's done to help us out with the wood and see what we've tried to do here on the walls.
Your little slip and fall knocked the fucking footboard off of the wall, by the way.
Oh, I was wondering why that was sticking so far off the wall.
Yeah, you gave it a good little
Oh,
fucking.
and it's cold. I bet this stuff's going to peel right off the wall.
No doubt.
Good job,
Dude,
Mike. Loctite.
You're absolutely, you're on it, brother. Like, that's searching for a law shaker or salt. No, but like searching for value in what we do. Like you and I, we've talked about this many times before. We're never short on these opportunities when we have these live in-person events where we're like, "Fuck, this is what we're doing, man. This is what we're doing.
This is what we do.
Yeah, this is what we do. We bring people with the capacity to love on a grand scale together and just see what comes of it. And it's always just like this unbelievable beacon of fucking, like just this warm beacon of light that just fucking shines on whatever it is when we get together, whatever it is that we're doing. I am consistently affirmed by this group, by this community that we've created. And what I want to make sure that people understand is that we all co-create this. I had somebody talk to us about the Patreon.
I mean, I kind of came up with everything at the beginning.
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, you know, there's only so many bananas you can deep throat.
Oh, really?
I bet
Joke's on you.
I had one of our Patreon.
This is what I was going to go into.
I had one of our Patreon.
Really, bud?
He didn't know. He didn't know.
Every morning. No, this Patreon thing. I'm going to tell him. I'm going to call him back.
Okay. I had someone who is a Patreon follower of ours who has been there since we met them with the first cotillion. And they said, you know, we see the bigger picture. We see what it is that this thing is. We see that this is the establishment of the tribe and the people that have the ability to call the banners to bring people home to the tribe. Like, that takes an extreme amount of effort, and it's going to take resources. We give to your Patreon because we believe in what you're building. We believe in the community that you're building. Fuck, did it ever fire me up? Fuck, you believe in what we do so much. They're not paying for the laughs. You're not paying, that's all a bonus. They're paying to help cultivate it. Like, that's what they can contribute to help us continue to reach people, to help us continue to affect positive change, to help us to, continue to, run charitable things and gather more donations. Like, them telling me that and breaking that down for me, because you know me, bud. I put a stencil on the wall. I'll never be happy. I'll never be happy with anything that I do. I'm my hardest critic. And so with that...
Well, you don't do many good things.
Not a ton.
It's good. It's
not
good
a ton. And so
the
the ones that I do, I want to make sure that I'm not giving myself any credit.
Any credit for those
I have
either.
no capacity for good. You know,
You're
and
consistent.
that just gives me something to keep reaching for. I have a hard time seeing my worth often, you know, or my work's worth. I'm clearly worth a lot.
Oh, no doubt.
You
You think highly of you.
Yeah, I love what I'm worth. But it's like, what am I doing that's worth anything?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not like you're fucking painting the Sistine Chapel there either.
Yeah,
Bud.
I know.
Like, you
I'm gonna
push yourself.
Paint a bunch of dudes with some dicks out, though.
Okay. Let's do that today.
Anywho, hearing them say
that was
that and
huge.
understanding that there are people that are willing to just invest in the community because they see the magic that the community creates on the whole. That was something I needed to hear in that moment. So, with all of that being said, I want the people that help make this community to know that this chapel, this thing that we have made here, is a place where we are all obligated to make magic. That's the magic made this place. Magic made the magic of us coming together. Literally manifested this space. So please come here with ideas and with ideas, with just ideas. We'll go from there. But we have the ability to create
Just
some
come.
really you will come when I say. But
My parents will be here.
any minute now. Anyway, come here and make something. Come here and make something great.
No, he's stuck.
I'm sorry. Jizz. I just want people to know that they can. That
You're
they can
welcome
come
here,
and do it.
bud. I'm starting to relearn words. I've always kind of, I don't know if I mistake it for me not caring, me just being a little ignorant, me being just dumb, me just trying, maybe being so smart that I see beyond it. I don't even know what it is. But a lot of times when labels and words, they always change over time. I've seen it since I've been a kid. So you've seen the shift of like Democrat, Republican. I don't even really know what those words mean because people are calling each other things all the time. We've seen
Neither do they, by the way.
derogatory terms that have kind of shifted and become different. And it's always fascinating to me that how these words can kind of shift meaning and momentum when
day,
it's
Jen.
a word. And I'm shifting what work is. I'm shifting what that word means to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's a total shift in my belief system that this is work. This is what Craig and I do. We get a whiteboard out. We got our ideas on it. We're knocking stuff out.
Yep.
We're trying to build the community. We're trying to help people out with commercials and,
And also-
have
yeah,
fun
and
and
also
do
make a
things.
living at it. Yeah.
And also make a fucking living doing what we love, following our fucking dreams.
Yep.
I'm also changing the meaning of the word church.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to throw everything, the baby out with the bathwater. Religion, I didn't. I was bought in. Then I kind of realized it's a fucking lie. Oh my God, there's other religions that they didn't fucking tell me about. Like, why were they keeping all this shit a secret for so long? What's going on here? And some of these other ones make more fucking sense than the shit they've been telling me. So I said, fuck it, religion. I fart on all of it. I'll fart on all. Fart in your general.
direction.
So that's what I did. Now I'm realizing that, and through the last 5, 6, 7 years, I found that space, and through a couple ceremonies that I've partaken in, where I'm like, whoa!
When you take a sacrament,
Whoa!
that
Yes.
doesn't require your belief that you're taking God, it just shows you that you're taking God. It'll fucking give you a different idea of God.
And it was very much like, I've heard the podcast, I've heard all the things about being in that space and the deities, and I've always kind of been like, well, okay, whatever. I don't even want to buy in because then I feel like I'm going to manifest it myself. But just the ideas that happen in that space, the feel, the ambiance of it, the way it makes you react and think and believe reminds me of the whole religious ceremony that I'm like, oh, there's something to that.
Yep.
And church to me now is meaning a place where we can all come, we can all share ideas, we can all have a good time with our guards down.
Yeah.
Because so many people right now are like, guard up.
Isn't that?
Don't get to know me. Hey, how's work? How's everything? I love that in our things, unless someone started a new business, people aren't like, so how's the factory? How's the cubicle treating you? It's like, hey, what song really turns you on?
We're gonna get to that, and that's the idea.
We do that shit. Those conversations are the best.
If we buy into the fact, whatever name you want to give God, the universe, the whatever, if we buy into the fact that we are all a piece of this divine infinite, then 100%, whenever we gather, that is church.
Yeah.
That is church.
Yep.
When the omnipresence of God, the creator, universe, whatever the source, whatever the thing is, and if you don't believe in it at all, that's fine too. Maybe you just believe in people. Maybe you just believe in the love that a group of people can make. Also fine. When you bring all of them together in a congregation, in a shared idea of love, that is what church is.
Yeah.
That is what church is. That is us experiencing God in its infinite power, wisdom, omniscience. Anyway,
Church is a place we all get to come.
it's fact.
It is. It's welcome to everyone.
So anyway, guys, we'll release a thing out there where you can come in and
all the chicks are calling each other beautiful on
for
our
a very scissor
Yowza.
total
Sizz Fest 2021.
Sizz Fest 2021. Bump them burgers, girl.
For Burgalooza.
For Burgalooza.
For Burgalooza?
Yeah, I like it.
I don't know. I was reaching.
Yeah, come in here and make some shit, guys.
Yeah, we have fun.
All right. Sibo, the Kush Coach asked us
Done.
what our top 5 favorite songs
He
are.
did? What's wrong
Now,
with
I
that
think
guy?
that this is probably a rotating question where different songs come in and out regularly. I'm not going to give them in any particular order, but as they kind of come to my head, we can do this thing. You got one that just screams at you from the...
Well, I have one that is actually all top 5.
Okay.
So that's 1 through 5.
All 5?
It's the only song I listen to. That's fair. Okay, I'm going to go with like sentimental and throughout time, the ones that I've liked the most the longest. So that's how I'm going to compile it. Say if there's a Billboard chart in my mind, which one has been running number 1 the longest for the time? You want to lead us off?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you one. Well, I'll just say this one because many times when people ask what my favorite song is, it's the one that comes to my head. So it's an easy one. Came out in the early 2000s. A Perfect Circle, The Noose off of A 13th Step. That's one of my favorite songs of all time.
Yeah, that was a good song. When you had me listen to that album, that song, I didn't even know what it was, because I just let it listen to. And I was like, ooh, I like that song. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's the
one of my
fucking
favorite
song
tunes
Craig
of
talks about.
absolute all time. Yep. The Noose.
And I feel like that song you listen to more, probably pick up more.
Gets a little bit, yeah. I mean, it's
I love songs like that.
It's the idea of, it tells a story of addiction and overcoming addiction, but then the piety or the self-righteousness that sometimes is attached to someone that has beaten addiction.
Damn.
And so he's talking about, don't let your halo be pulled down and turn into a noose. Don't hang yourself with your self-righteousness. And it's
what a great analogy.
it's
dude.
the halo turning into the noose is
Wow.
absolutely
a
fun
great
little deal. So
okay. I'll go a little bit different direction. This was the first song that really spoke to me. It was the first song I learned on the guitar on purpose, just so I could say that, because I knew that was going to be a big deal. One day when I was getting interviewed by Rolling Stone, they're like, what song did you learn first, bud? And I'm going to say Sublime, Santeria.
Santeria.
It's out of all, Sublime's probably my favorite band.
Yep.
And obviously, Santeria, I don't listen to Santeria often at all. I don't really go to it anymore.
Me neither.
But once, if somebody else plays it,
Sure.
or if I hear it on the radio, I'll crank it. Sure. The kids, you can tell immediately
the
when it comes
self-titled
on.
album is it's comfort food. It's an album that
No
every
doubt.
car I've ever owned has had it in it.
Yep.
And it's especially when summertime rolls around.
No doubt.
Any given day of the week, I'll listen to it in its entirety. It's a great choice.
Yeah, that's the
That's
one.
funny that you said that because I was trying to think I've got bands that are, my favorite bands and certainly my most listened to. Sublime's one of them. So I was like, if I was going to pick a Sublime song, what would I pick? Santa Rita's a great choice.
Garden Grove, probably I liked that one for a long period of time. But now I go through I'm
a
listening to
Jailhouse guy.
Seed. I'm gonna listen to Jailhouse.
I'm a Jailhouse guy.
I'm gonna listen to.
As a matter of fact, when we
Bad
first
Fish,
kind of came together, we were still meeting at the 590 Studios. You had the first time you had brought your guitar. You started playing that. I knew exactly what you were playing, and I'm like, all right, anybody that's gonna open with that Sublime jam, it knows what I'm trying to hear. They know what I'm trying to hear right now.
Yeah, dude. And Superstar Punani. I'll go through these deep cuts every once in a while. So if you don't like Smoke Two Joints, you can just go fuck yourself somewhere.
Yeah.
In the dark corner of the darkest hole of hell.
No doubt.
So that's probably my number one, honestly.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, the Noose is one that I throw out there as my number one all the time. So my favorite band easily is Pink Floyd. And you go through I feel like based on your introduction to Pink Floyd is kind of based on where your loyalty lies to their different eras or whatever. My introduction to Pink Floyd was, I guess I had heard probably Money and Time on classic rock radio before, but not really thinking much of it. My real introduction to them was The Wall. And, for the longest time, and I think The Wall is still probably my favorite album to just listen to front to back.
Sure.
But I kind of, as you find a band, then you kind of start discovering their catalog a little bit more. So after The Wall, I moved into Dark Side, and Dark Side's great. I think Time is probably one of the greatest songs
I love
ever
it.
written.
I'm not even a huge Pink Floyd guy, and
I
that
think
song
it's one of the greatest songs ever written. But then, again, then you find out that Wish You Were Here was a banger album, and you got, there's so many phenomenal offerings, and that's kind of my speed. I like bands that just take me on these weird soundscapes, more so than I do. And there's a place for all different kinds, but that's what I'm trying to fall into.
Are there any Floyds before Floyd? Does Floyd cite anyone as a point of reference for them? Because they're kind of like a Hendrix, where I feel like they were the first ones.
Yeah,
kind
they
of
were doing a lot of
that
stuff with
that sound.
synthy. I think there were other people kind of doing it, but they were all kind of well-to-do English lads that had the money to have.
Oh, really?
My dad, yeah. From what I understand, they had invested in some synths and weird shit, keyboards. And Richard Wright, I don't think gets enough credit for his work founding the band and being the keyboardist, because the keyboards are what carries a lot of some of their best music. And they're all amazing in their own right. David Gilmour's a fucking beast, and Nick Mason's a great drummer, and Roger Waters kind of gave me a different idea about what music could sound like. Because if you listen to The Wall, and it's this rock opera, there's not a guy that's singing very pretty. He finds a way to, his angst comes through his voice in a way that's almost painful, but tells a deeper story of the song. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Time is definitely. I might even still put it in there, but I'm gonna push it aside for a moment. When I found the Animals album, I was just like, how I'd already been listening to Pink Floyd for years and years and years and years, and it missed me. And so the first time I listened to Animals, and the first time Pigs came on, I was just, the fucking guitar riff just. I'm like, oh, doom, doom, bow, bow, and it's just, I'm like, okay.
How does that song go in it? Mother? No, that's not.
Are you talking about Pigs?
Yeah, how does Pigs go?
Heat man pink, we had, ha ha, charade you are.
What isn't the first song and the last song? Or is that Pigs on the Wing?
Pigs on the Wing.
Okay.
Yep. So that opens. It's a little acoustic jam.
I love that.
Yep.
I love Pigs on the Wing, dude.
And so I'm going what's cool about
that?
Pigs,
Pigs,
the album,
Dogs.
It's Pigs on the Wing Part 1, Sheep, Pigs, Dogs, Pigs on the Wing Part 2.
Gotcha. Okay.
So so it's Pigs, 3 different ones. But anyway, then you kind of, as you're growing older, you're like, man, that's a fucking cool rock and roll song. And then you realize that they're talking about, people being fucking sheep. They're talking about the fucking greedy fucking, business magnates, and the dogs that do their fucking bidding. So I'm gonna say Pink Floyd Pigs, man. Pink Floyd Pigs.
Pigs is a great call, dude. Because I never.
And I'm posting all these in the show discussions tab on Discord. By the way.
I didn't get into Pink Floyd really until I've heard all the popular songs.
Sure.
Even I thought "Comfortably Numb" was like a deep hit for me. Because they didn't play it on KC all the time.
Comfortably Numb is my fucking jam. It's great.
When I was a kid. Hey, teacher!
Leave those kids alone.
I fucking rocked to that shit with
Oh,
my
yeah.
dad. I was like, oh, what does Pink Floyd mean? Is that is that like a Pearl Jam thing that I never really caught on to? You know what I mean? I was like, a Pink Floyd? That must be something in England.
It's given names of two blues musicians who Syd Barrett had in his collection, Pink Anderson and Floyd Council.
Fuck yeah, dude. I love when they give homages to people and stuff like that. That is very cool. I am going to counter with a very similar direction right there. Beatles, my all-time favorite band. Just
Me too, bro.
Just longest
Pink Floyd,
running.
probably mine, but
Longest running.
my love affair with the Beatles goes way further.
I remember hearing Twist and Shout for the first time.
Ferris Bueller?
And asking my dad, I'm like, what is this shit? He's like, dude, that's the Beatles. He always kind of had it on. My parents always had, whenever we would clean the house, they'd have music rocking, whether it be, that's where my love affair with Cat Stevens came. Cat Stevens was a big one to go to. We've talked about that before.
Totally.
Billy Ocean, Lionel Richie. So that was, the Beatles have always had a special place in my heart.
I've got a Beatles tune in my 5.
Well, I obviously Twist and Shout was my favorite. Then I Saw Her Standing There. I love that because I love the old pop Beatles.
Dude.
Like it was so good.
They were great.
Then you get into like Strawberry Fields Forever and kind of the more like gets a little
psychedelic.
bit yes.
Sure.
And then when I got to college, I would listen to A Day in the Life.
Fucking it's a great tune.
And the way the song builds and comes down and brings you back up and
I dragged a comb across my head.
Downstairs and had a smoke like the fucking. I noticed I was late. Found my coat and grabbed my hat.
Dude, it's great.
And I was up in seconds flat. And just like knowing what the song's about, the holes in Lancashire and like all the different things, the meaning. Is that the song that ends with and in the end, the love you make is equal to the love you take? Isn't that the last lyrics of that song? And in the end. Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's not.
No,
that's Golden Slumbers.
Golden Slumbers.
Yeah, okay. Anywho, that's also in a great trio of fucking songs.
Carry That Way, Golden Slumbers.
Oh my
and, yeah.
god,
Totally.
that's gone through my list of
Sure.
being my favorite
Sure.
song. But when I would listen to that song in college and I'd be by myself, I was going through some fucking dark times, some really good times, some really dark times. And just hearing that, smoking a joint in my car, and hearing the sound of that song through my speakers, because I always had like an upgraded system.
It's great.
If I could go somewhere, it would be my car and just listen to music loud, and that would be the song I would turn on. And oh, baby, it would make me feel so fucking good.
It's great, dude.
So that is my
I love
number
it.
2.
Day in the Life is a great choice. I have a Beatles pick. I'll throw in there a little bit later. I'm going to cut to one that has some real sentimental value. And this isn't one that I loved forever. It was one that I started to love probably around 2011, 2012. So my dad had his business ended up kind of folding up. And so when I was selling limos, I was pretty often had cars to be delivered all over the country. So I kind of set my dad up as his own little transportation service, delivering these limos to these different cities, and it turned out to be a pretty good gig. It really started to kind of take off before he got sick. So he and I got to start spending some time in the car together quite a bit. And I remember the two of us were driving to St. Louis, and we were heading up 44 from Springfield, and we were just listening to some classic rock as it was going on. My dad was the kind of guy that always just kind of had talk radio playing when I think about it, like I remember him whistling along to some songs, probably like some Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. You know, his musical tastes were a little bit more. They weren't as prevalent. Didn't play a lot of music. He always had talk radio. If it wasn't sports talk, it was political talk, but mostly sports talk. So like our musical moments didn't cross over a whole bunch.
Okay.
But we were in the car. I'd actually just recently discovered the Avid Brothers, so I'm playing them some of these songs, and we're just fucking, we're just digging on what is, I'm like, Dad, you got to hear these guys. They're fucking poets.
Yeah.
And he was into them. And then
I love that when you
Yeah.
can introduce something to your parents, because usually it was like, Cypress Hill, are you a fucking moron, son?
Yep.
I raised you to like Cypress Hill. He was so disappointed in me. And then I showed him Bush. Someone said Bush, Glycerine.
Yep.
I showed my dad Bush, and he goes, what the fuck
Yeah, my
is
dad,
this?
I remember hearing the first time Nirvana came on in the car
He's
with my
fucking
dad.
hot. I was like, yeah, I know, Dad.
Dad's like, I want to blow him.
I was like, me too.
I remember when Nirvana came on in the car with my dad was like, fuck, these guys might be pretty fucking good.
Really?
Yeah, I remember that. That
That's
was a moment
awesome.
that
Your
kinda
dad
stuck out.
fucking
Yeah.
guy.
They might
all right.
be pretty fucking good. So anyway, we're in the car and we're listening to classic rock now, and The Who comes on, and it's just fucking, just a fucking solid tune, man. Love Reign Over Me.
Oh my God, that's a deep cut, dude.
And
Is that Quadrophenia?
I think so. Yeah, I believe it was. So
got
anyway,
goosebumps.
my dad and I are sitting down there, and we'd been having these conversations. We're just talking back and forth as I'm driving. He's sitting in the passenger seat, and it starts out so chill, like with the fucking violins.
Yeah, so
right?
like the waves crashing,
And,
or rain. It's rain.
and
sound.
and my dad just kind of reaches over and fucking cranks up the fucking stereo, and we're driving down. It's late at night, and by the fucking end of the song, me and my dad are fucking
Rain on me,
rain on me. Fucking get
and then
that.
it's like rain on me.
It was one of those. It was one of those musical experiences where I was like, "Fuck, that was." I didn't realize It went from being a Who song I'd heard before, certainly, but like not one that gets played a bunch, and to all of a sudden, I'm like, "Well, that's one of my favorite moments that's ever happened sonically.
Wow.
That's one of my favorite things." So I share that with my dad, and I loved the song from then on. And I remember. When my mom woke me up the morning that he had died, because we were all kind of taking shifts with him, and she came in, and and I didn't think he was going to make it through the night, and I probably should have fucking been right there, but either way, she wakes me up, tells me that he passed, and he was sitting there, and he's kind of draped over this chair we had in our living room. Like I likened it in his eulogy to like if you were looking at the Pieta, where Jesus is laid out over Mary's arms, like he was just kind of looked comfortable,
Yeah.
He looked comfortable, and what I needed in that moment was, and his hospice nurse was there, and she's kind of holding space for my mom, and in that moment I just knelt in front of my dad. I put on Love Reign Over Me. I just laid my head in his lap, and I fucking rocked out one last time with my dad, man. And it was fucking awesome. So that song,
Dude, buddy. Oh, The Who. Dude, Love Reign Over Me is one of the great. The way it builds.
that's
and
the deal.
fucking comes, and it fucking, like, the bass is one of the greatest things of all time, dude. Oh, well, my next one is Kiki and Bunny. We like the boom. The cars that go boom.
We're
So I should probably come up with something different after that story. So
Yeah, I probably should have saved that one for the end.
I was rollerblading one time, and we found that CD.
I was reeling for that's
We
fucking
found that CD,
hilarious.
and it had a neon green CD case. And that's how we spotted
I
it.
even printed one of those Avery labels for it, bro.
Dude, it was neon green. I was like, what CD? What idiot leaves a neon green CD case on
Yep.
there? It was Kiki and Bonnie We Like the Boom. It went hard. That was my number 3. No,
It's actually Kiki D and L.
I was gonna save this one for number 4, but I'm going number 3.
Yeah.
Because it's also The Who.
Nice.
This song is one of their most popular. It can be played at any time, maybe not any time, any place, anywhere. I don't know.
I'll play it in the cathedral. I'll play it in the cathedral. I don't give a shit.
It had to be the right moment. It had to be the right
You know
deal.
those people that just hold their phone out like they're playing music as they're walking through the grocery store. It's like, thank you. I wanted to hear that song.
I just saw someone just
Thank
did
you.
that the other day.
I appreciate that because I always
Fine.
want my put some fucking earbuds in.
It's fine. This person was obviously a poor.
No
Didn't have
earbuds.
it.
I'll give you some earbuds.
The wireless earbuds are for a girl. So this one, and I listened to it the other day because I just listened to the Who's Next album. It's my favorite album of all time by my favorite band of all time.
Yep.
And we won't get fooled again when he's like, meet the new boss, same as the fucking old boss. Like the way they put that fuck you mentality that like, you think shit's changing?
Yeah.
The people on the people on the left are now the parting on the left. They talk about the right and the left. I fucking can't remember the lyrics right now. But no, they're my favorite band. That fucking band rocks ass.
They do rock ass, dude.
If you haven't
They do rock ass.
listened to the way Entwistle and Moon play the bass and drums, everything is driven from that fucking space. The ox, his fucking boom, 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 boom. It's driving the whole song. And Keith Moon has the wildest fucking drumming pattern of all time.
Oh, he's so sporadic.
Dude, and if you haven't re-listened to Bargain, I haven't re-listened to Bargain in 5 or 6 years, and I love when shit like this happens. I was listening to the lyrics of Bargain, and that's on Who's Next, and it's like, I had to lose myself to find you, and the lyrics are maybe about a girl, but you can like put in God or the psychedelic realm. Like, I love when songs you can reinterpret after having different experiences in your life and being able to reinterpret a song that you've heard 150 times, 157 times, and being able to reinterpret it like, oh shit, like that song could mean that. Okay, I'm into it, like so.
Yeah, which one were you wanting?
Fighting on the left is now. The fighting on the left is now.
Oh, where's it at?
Fighting on the right.
There you go. Slogans are replaced by the by, and the parting on the left is now parting on the right, and the beards have all grown longer overnight.
Dude, fuck yeah, dude.
Tip my hat to the new Constitution.
Take a bow for the new revolution. Smile and grin at the change all around me. Pick up my guitar and play. Just like yesterday. And I get on my knees and pray. We don't get fooled again. No. And that has the whole the synth like. I remember Pete Townsend watching the documentary, and he was like, none of that is a loop. Just so everyone knows, none of that is a loop. That's not a loop. It's played like individually the whole time.
That's awesome.
And talk about something building up and fucking firing you up. I'll be driving 90 miles. I don't drive fast at all. When that shit's on, I'm fucking killing it, bro.
No doubt.
No, like killing people.
Okay,
like, it's not
I
good.
Like that. Run them over, bud.
It's not good.
Run them over. Great choice. So we got 3 apiece in here.
I'm gonna go to break and then tell them the other ones.
We can do that. Yeah,
little kind of deal.
Yeah, okay. We'll come back. We'll come back on the other side of the break. We'll give you our numbers 4 and 5. I kind of shot my wad.
Yeah, why didn't you say that?
Well, because I was trying to gear up. There were some that sat on top, but
I'm crying.
I told the goddamn story 100 times. It gets me every time. All right, but let's go to break on the other side of the break. Yeah, we fucking I really shet myself. On the other side of the break, you'll get songs 4 and 5, and then we're going to go to Rotten Tomatoes to see what these motherfuckers had to say about heavyweights.
This is an emotional wreck right now. He's going to go crazy on these people.
I am. I got some shit fresh on my brain right now. I'm getting emails. I'm sending strongly worded letters to some.
Write one on the show.
We did that before.
We can bring it up on screen and actually show them that we're sending it.
Okay. I'm okay with that because I don't know. We have no idea what they had to say about it, but as based on how shitty their taste was with Goofy movie, I can only imagine what these assholes.
Oh,
had
it's
to say
got to
about
be
Heavyweight.
bad. It's got to be bad. And that movie is, I'm not shitting you, phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. All I ever want to do is just get blasted off of that blob into the lake. Guys,
Get blasted by Ben Stiller.
that's finger blasted. Guys, these are our sponsors. Thank you for sending all. Thank you for all of your love, everyone. He was awesome.
Greg
and
doesn't care.
I was actually thinking about. I can't believe that all of this has taken place since he's been gone. Because I just wonder what he would say about what we have going on here, and I think it would be pretty fucking funny.
Oh, I think our dads would have a hearty chuckle.
We did a mom skit. But I feel like we probably should do a dad skit.
Oh, for sure. You're going to be a ghost?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. We got a green screen, bud. That's awesome.
That is.
I'm going to just fucking be a picture of my dad.
He's like, really, cum jokes, bud?
Yeah, rub a fucking lamp. He comes out and he's like, what?
He's like, what are you doing with this guy?
You're talking about fingering buttholes at 8 in the morning. Come on. These are our sponsors.
We only get to come back so often.
But what are you gonna do with the time we got right now?
I wasted a trip.
Hey, Dad, check out this video I made. It's about shoving a pineapple in my ass and my gal making me hold my jizz till her parents come home. These are our sponsors. I wish you'd give them just give them a shot at your business. You will love them. They're below us this whole show, so whatever. Do what you want. It's fine. We don't give a shit. Whatever.
Follow the show.
Bye. 5 minutes.
I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Wanted poster. Swing for a pretty girl, being an outlaw in an outlaw world. Hey, I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Want a poster looking like me, walking my hound dog, surfing that swamp, catching crow that do the sweetly stomp. Everybody do the sweetly stomp. It's a stomp, it's a wiggle, turn around, a little tickle. It's a stomp, move your feet. Head on down to Sweet Leaf. Head on down to Sweet Leaf. Head on down to Sweet Leaf.
Dude, man, get on down to Sweet Leaf Emporium and do that Sweet Leaf stomp, man.
You take our insurance and are you cannabis friendly?
Yeah.
And they all said no. And then at that last phone call, that 8th phone call, I was like, do you know anybody that is? I'm desperate. I've called 7 other people. You're my 8th phone call.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm crying my eyes out. And this lady just felt bad for me and said, hold on, let me call you back in a few minutes. And they called me back and they said that they would take him, but under a certain amount of conditions. And the main condition was that if they felt that cannabis was not working for him, then they would take him from us and put him in and Child Protective Services, and then they would take the other 2 kids too. Oh, because they were both underage.
Then
and we would be charged with child endangerment.
So they'd go to federal prison.
Yeah, we would go to federal prison. So we said, bring it on.
Hey guys, it's me, Kippy the Crazy Koala Bear, and I'm here to tell you about James Carlton Insurance.
Kids, quiet down.
It's the best.
Kids, quiet down and listen to Kippy.
Grown-ups need insurance, and Uncle James can help.
Right on.
Grown-ups need insurance. He's got the best reviews on Yelp. Grown-ups need insurance if they want to protect their house.
Yes, sir.
Grown-ups need insurance if they want to properly bury a spouse.
That's a bit morbid.
Grown-ups need insurance if they drive a truck.
Okay.
Grown-ups need insurance just so they don't get...
Whoa, Kippy, you can't.
Well, I was just going to say
cannot.
get in trouble.
Okay, well, it
you
sounded
don't
like
want
you
to
were
get
gonna
in trouble.
Sounded like you were going to say something else. James Carlton, State Farm Insurance. You can find him online at carltoninsurance.net, or you can call him at 314-961-4800.
Native hemp inside of me. 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 I got 1,800 milligrams going real good down my throat. When I wake up in the morning and I need a pick me up. Well, I grab my bottle of native hemp and I splash it on my tongue. Lap, lap, lap. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me.
Native hemp extract available at HoosierSophisticate.com. Enter code HOSO, H-O-S-O, at checkout for an additional 30% off.
Hey, fart smellers.
You meant smart fellers.
I meant smart fellers. Hey, guys, how's it going? We're back here at Hoosier Sophisticate at the Sweet Leaf Emporium Studios. Jason, what a gem. What
He
a
is a
gem of a
gem.
human. Come see us. Come see us at Sweet
He
Leaf.
has a gem in his Prince Albert, too.
You can come see. Okay, you can come see us here anytime you want. Really, only when I'm here. When I'm here,
Makes the most sense is to come here when you're here. Usually,
that's what you should do. So do that. Come see us here in Festus, 1100 Shapiro. Come on, I'll give you 20% off today.
Any Hoosier that comes,
Hoosier comes in here, 20% off today. I'll be here till 4. I'll be here till
There you
4.
go.
I'll be here till 4. Here's the deal, Bo. I went live with him on Instagram last night.
I saw it.
Pretty good little deal. Looks like I'm doing all right with my plants. I added my first round of newts to my veggies.
Right.
And then
So you had to put them in your water, you diluted them a little bit, got it into your
Yes.
soil. You don't want to put it directly on the foliar.
No, yeah, I put it directly in the soil. I'm not watering till the water's running out, though, so I need to maybe it's taking about a gallon of water per watering.
Okay.
So
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I'm only watering once every 2 days.
Okay.
So, and someone was telling me about the distilled water thing. I'm not sure if I actually have to use distilled water. I think I'm just going to keep doing it because I don't know. I'm putting newts in it. The plants look like they're doing all right. Let's just put it that way.
They're all grown up.
They're almost getting uncontrollable. I'm like, when do I start clipping these things? Jesus Christ Almighty!
Okay.
Where are you? Where are you?
Where are you, bud?
Bud. Damn. Bud. So it's going real well. I appreciate Bo at Grow Active helping me out so much. It's been an amazing experience. I just want to go home and be with him.
With Bo, yeah, I get it.
No, with my plans. But yeah.
Just talk dirty to me, Bo.
Bo's like, ooh.
He's like, okay, well, what you want to do is you want to get nitrogen. Steve, before the break, we were talking about our top 5 favorite songs.
We were?
I hit a bases empty grand slam.
Yeah, what the hell? We're down by 9 runs. He goes 4 for 4 with 4 solo jobs.
Yeah, thanks, bud. You couldn't hit with anybody on base? fuck.
Well, it's not your fault. Teammate getting on base.
Get on base, guys. I'm gonna fucking drive it home.
I'm putting them out of the park here.
We
fellas.
left off so far. We've got Perfect Circles of the News from me. We've got Sublime Santeria from you. We've got Pink Floyd's Pigs from me. We've got The Beatles' A Day in the Life from you. We've got Love Reign Over Me.
Are you sure you can get through
the title? And The Who won't get fooled again. So we've left off back-to-back Who's. Now I'm going to go back to the
Who are you?
To the Beatles.
Really? Look at us. No wonder we're best friends going.
When I was a child growing up in St. Louis,
you are a child.
My Uncle Glenn is he's a coach. He was a bachelor forever. He was the head varsity coach and wrestling coach at Winnetonka High School in Kansas City.
Okay.
Didn't have any kids of his own. And he was just the cool uncle, man. He's like, hey, fucking come hang out. He built decks in the summer because he's a teacher. So, like, he did a bunch of construction. It was, like, my first kind of job. I would go out there with one of my uncles from here in St. Louis. We'd do, like, a room addition or a deck or, whatever. Just a little side construction project. But in his living room, he had this awesome console of, like, this amazing stereo setup. And he had this sweet cabinet that just had CDs as far as you could go, and I would lay there after fucking working in the heat or whatever, and I'd put on his awesome DJ style headphones, and I would just mow through albums, dude. That's awesome. And I was already kind of big into the Beatles, but he had them all there. I told you Kansas City did this thing one weekend where they played all of the Beatles songs except for one, and you had to guess what that one was.
That is super cool.
So my favorite Beatles songs kind of always floated around. I love the old poppy Beatles too, but then like Magical Mystery Tour was super fun for me, and that was when things started getting really neat, And, and Sgt. Pepper's, you had, things were just really starting.
Did you learn about early Beatles first and then later Beatles? Because I kind of did that.
I did too, because if you'll remember, like when we were kids was when they kind of released that Beatles anthology.
Yes.
And so like,
then number ones came out a few years later.
Yeah. So I mean, it was, I knew who the Beatles were. I remember, Hey Jude and things like that. But also, like, I think I probably was exposed to Love Me Do and 8 Days a Week before I was most of the psychedelic stuff.
Gotcha.
Which kind of firmly starts to put you in like a Lennon or McCartney camp, right? But
or
then
Harrison.
But then you realize, as the Beatles are getting more woke, it's because their fucking guitarist is a fucking swami. And so my choice, it might not even be
George Harriswamy.
It might not even be his best song because Something is also amazing. But Abbey Road was just, it's such such a fucking good tune. Oof. But my jam is, and I don't know why, it's the one that sticks out to me when I think about like, all right, I want to listen to one Beatles song today. What is it? While My Guitar Gently Weeps. George Harrison.
My dad loves George Harrison.
Yeah, George is the man. George is my favorite Beatle. And I remember someone asking me in my early 20s, like, oh, you're a Beatles fan. Which one's your favorite Beatle? And I was like, oh, it's George. And he's like, whoa, nobody ever answers George. Yep. And I'm like, yeah, George wrote all my favorite songs. He wrote all of my favorite songs.
I'm a Lennon guy, but George is my second favorite. And George they're 1 and 1A.
George was just on one, dude. He brought those guys to a whole different understanding of the universe. Like their music changed as they woke up.
George's double CD too of All Things Must Pass.
I've got it. Yep.
Buddy, some of the songs on there, wow.
Concert for George is one of the greatest little
Concert for Bangladesh. That
ought to be playing. That ought to be playing in the front lobby.
I tried to play Concert for Bangladesh the other day, except they didn't have it on there the whole fucking thing. Assholes. I don't know if there is a video of the Concert for Bangladesh. My dad had the video. I used to watch Leon Russell, George Harrison, Bob Dylan's out there, Eric Clapton's out there. I mean, it's a heavyweight lineup out there.
And there's amazing covers of it, obviously. Like it's a song that every guitar player wants to riff over. Like it's my jam. Like there are the version from what what's the Across the Universe?
Oh yeah,
is so good. I used to have that set as my alarm to wake up. Like it's so good.
There's a couple sick versions.
Yeah,
of
Prince
Beatles
kills it
songs
with
in
Tom
there.
Petty and all them. That's pretty famous, you know.
No, even in Across the Universe, a couple like their "Oh Darlin'" rendition.
Oh,
with that
dude,
Jimi
Across the
Hendrix
Universe.
character.
I was so apprehensive to watch that when it came out. I'm like, if they fuck up the
Yes.
Beatles with fucking like
Couple of songs
Broadway
already,
type shit, I'm gonna be pissed. But actually,
most of them they hit.
Most of them are pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean,
watched
I
that
Want
on
to
a
Hold Your
head
Hand is a great one. Me too.
It was good. It's a good
and-
experience.
And they also like they missed a couple songs. I really hoped that they would get in there.
Yeah, but they put it to a
But they
storyline.
also put a couple songs in there that,
Yes.
you know, I've just seen a face I can't forget, the time or place where we just met. She's just a girl for me.
Maybe I'll end the show with that. I know that one on the
That's
guitar.
that's my jam, dude.
Okay.
I love that fucking jam. So anyway, While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
That's
my number
fucking
4.
great tune. My dad had you were talking about your dad in the car. My dad, sometimes we'd be about 2 minutes from the house. We'd be pulling on Alaska Court, you know what I mean? Like heading right to my house.
Yep.
And he'd hear either
Circle
he'd either hear Billy Squire, REO, or a lot of times it would be George.
Everybody, have you heard? And it's in the game.
And the strokes away. Dude, so that he'd drive around
So
the
Bobby
block
Battlehawk's
and
fucking
pop
tune,
it
boy.
and turn it up. And a lot of when he got a CD player was a change in our family's existence. And he
Hell yeah.
bought All Things Must Pass. It's got some great songs on it, and I'm sure it's probably deeper. That's an album I need to probably listen to the whole thing again with the understanding
and the
I have
Traveling
now.
Wilburys.
Oh yeah, I've heard a couple Traveling Wilbury songs though, where I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
These guys did this. It's like, hey, we're down at the tracks and we are all lifting some hay, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? It blew me away. I was listening to a radio station when we were going camping, and I'll listen to those country stations out there, and I could tell it was the Traveling Wilburys, and I'm like, what the? This is no wonder they kept this a secret from me, because I didn't find out about them till like later. I was like, what? These guys all had a fucking super band they put together?
Jeff Lynne, George Harrison,
Tom
Bob
Petty.
Dylan, Tom Petty, Roy Orbison.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And there was a song that was like, yoigas, boigas, hey there, gal. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, the craziest thing about that is like the one that I would think I shouldn't say the least of, but the one I wouldn't think of the most as like just killing it, and that is Roy Orbison.
Orbison.
And his voice is
butter. Dude, he's great. I was just thinking that. I was
God,
like,
his voice is
I would have
butter,
never
bud.
said him out
Nope.
of any of them.
Nope. And at
but-
the end of the line, that's
Yeah,
awesome. They got his
that's
guitar
it.
fucking rocking in his chair as they're all singing. It's pretty great, man.
The end of the line.
Number 4.
Number 4 for me, this takes me back to my roots, and it was actually a challenge between two songs. That one was my favorite song for 6-7 straight years, and the other one really took me through that college era again. I told you about my experience with the Queeves experience with mescaline. Oh shit, it was 15 years ago, whatever.
Yeah, you're good.
I forget how old I was. 18 fucking years ago. But Thuggish Ruggish Bone got played on repeat. That was like Gangster's Paradise. But Thuggish Ruggish Bone is from 4th grade Steve to 7th grade Steve.
That was your jam.
Thought he was the hardest dude around. Like, not the hardest kid, but where I grew up on the streets, that's the music we listened to. We had little scraps. Like, it was a little rough and tumble neighborhood. I knew the fucking county kids were scared of us, which I was like, what the fuck? Like, figuring all that out. I'm like, but they're like, Jesus Christ, this is where you people live? My Lord. And I was like,
together,
huh?
folks.
They're like, we're not taking the fucking train tracks. And I was like, yeah, you will take the fucking train tracks. I changed it away from Rio. There are no other things there that are from morning.
supposed to be that one.
I know we weren't really talking about it though. Oh, we're talking about rock and roll.
Yeah,
do that. Perfect. So, if it wasn't Thuggish Ruggish Bone, if it wasn't Gangster's Paradise, there's one song I can still go back to, and I'll play. I've played it from the day I've heard it. I put it on today. I still like it as much. And to me, that's a fucking tune. That's a tune.
No doubt.
And it is When I was just a little baby boy, my mama used to tell me these crazy things. She used to tell me my daddy was an evil man. She used to tell me he hated me. Then I got a little bit older and I realized she was the crazy one. But there's nothing I can do or say to try to change it, because that's just the way it was. And I'm like,
I can't believe I remember that song.
I'm going to kill you. Fucking Slim Shady, fucking Eminem. Kill you. Sadie will fucking kill you. Like, it was just, I didn't have the worst fucking home life at all.
But that was just your jam.
But that shit was like speaking to me. I'm like, yeah, man, let me exaggerate my life for a moment to its fullest extent.
That's heavy.
And dude, one time, like when I was going at my hardest, like fucking just living in a fucking world of my own shit. Actually, I wasn't quite there yet. But just fucking, going through a phase of drinking hard and partying hard and trying to prove something to myself amongst my peers, that kind of shit. Like, oh, I'll smoke the most, drink the most. I'm this size and I'll fucking punk everybody out with all this shit. Okay. And then I'd be dying somewhere,
Sure.
I had a real chip on my shoulder for a while. Instead of concentrating on like, dude, you're funny. Like, why are you trying to be this thing?
Or trying to be a tough guy.
We're at a party, and this dude's smoking weed up top. And this is still at a time we're at a party. People are like, you got to get that shit out of my house, dude. Well, he was on their back deck. So all these fuckers from DeSmet are fucking up there. And it was a party from a guy we worked with. So it was like 7 work people and then like 30 DeSmet guys who all came together. And I'm like, that sounds about right. So they're upstairs. And this dude's kind of what we consider a geek in the 90s, like glasses.
Sure.
And he's up there smoking weed by himself on the back deck, wanted to be away from everybody. They come out of the kitchen all amped up on cigars, and they come out and they fucking, we're smoking underneath the balcony. We don't even really know what's going on the deck. We're smoking underneath the deck. This kid's smoking up there. We hear a skirmish go on. He's like yelling at him. Who smokes shit around here? And the dude who's throwing the party's nice as hell. He's trying to keep these guys happy. He's trying to keep these guys happy.
Sure.
But obviously, he's invited the cool guys to the party, and they're fucking like, yeah, man, fuck you, fuck this dude. So he's like, all right, I'll quit smoking. And he's like, no, that ain't good enough. Fuck you and fuck your pipe. Takes his pipe and throws it, and this dude back deck, it was woods back there.
The fuck?
So he fucking throws his pipe.
What a dickhead.
And I'm under the fucking deck stewing. I had already been punked out at the fucking rollercade once. I wanted to fucking redeem myself.
It shan't happen again.
It shan't happen again. It's my second chance. So I'm with this one other dude, and the other people from our work are girls that are there. So and then they're fucking. I would have had my money on some of the girls that fucking worked at Veta, like those fucking athletes. So we're fucking. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go up there and fucking say stuff because I think they're gonna fucking actually beat him up now. Like. They've taken it to the point where they've thrown his pipe, and he's like, guys, you shouldn't have done. Like, that was rude. He's just that guy. He doesn't really care. He really didn't care about getting punched in the face. He's just like, man, that's stupid. So I go up there, and I'm like, why don't you guys fucking leave him alone? Come down here with us. And he's like, oh, yeah, fuck you. F word. I'm sure that was getting thrown around 300 times at the time. Like that's just what it was. And I'm like, okay, yeah, fuck you. So they start following me down the steps. Well, some were actually on the steps by this point. So I'm like, man, fuck you. Why you didn't have to throw his fucking pipe in the woods? You know what I mean? Like, and I'm still kind of like, we could all smoke that together. You know what I mean? Like, hey, fucking, let's all chill out. And they're like, I don't fucking do weed. One of those dudes. And one alpha out of all of them who's like, fuck you. So I'm walking down the steps with this dude, and he's actually bigger than me, this nerdy kid or whatever, but I know he's fucking like pacifist to his core.
Sure.
So we're walking down the steps, and one of the dudes on the steps is with a fucking cigar, and he goes, and blows it right in my face. And I'm like, wow. In my head, I'm like,
oh, I'd have fucking busted his teeth out.
I was like, oh, okay. And we're about 3/4 of the way up the steps. They're kind of crowding us now in both directions. And we're trying to get, typical South County house, just go down the back deck, and then you're in the backyard, whatever, big, about as big as this area right here. So we're walking down. So I'm like, oh, do I smash this guy right now? Like, we're in such a bad position. So I take him, and I'm just going to push him over the part from the deck to the thing.
Enjoy never walking again, motherfucker.
I was like, I'm just gonna. That was the dumbest thing you could have done. You got a cigar in your hand. So I just grab him and I'm like leaning him over. Who the fuck am I? I don't act like this ever.
Good for you.
But I'm leaning him over the fucking thing. So now they all come barreling down, right? They push us. We go down the steps together. The other dude who's like was smoking the weed, he's like, all right, guys, I'm going to see you guys later. Because I remember like, where did he go at the end of all this? Like, he just fucking left. So anyway, we go tumbling down the stairs and now they're fucking coming down and they're fucking circling me. And I'm like, oh shit. And I look at my buddy and he's like, okay, you know, like he's got my back, but he's like, we're gonna get fucking destroyed. There's 16 dudes here fucking staring at us.
You gotta bring the madman.
This 100%. So I couldn't see a way to even escape. They were down the steps and out of this guy's backyard. They were already funneling down.
A real kung fu hustle situation.
And I remember I was cutting blunts earlier open in the night, and I'm like,
so you got a knife on you.
I was like, whew. This is a fucking decision
It's
you
a
gotta
play.
be prepared to make. And in my head, I go, I'm going to fucking bust this knife out and go full madman. And then, because they don't know who the fuck I am. They all know each other. But they go to DeSmet. Odds are they've never seen a guy pull a fucking knife on someone before.
Fact
I've
check.
seen it before. You know what I
watch
mean?
it
Like,
often.
I've had it happen to me numerous
I watch it happen
times.
online all the time.
So I'm like, okay. But if they start charging you, throw the knife into the woods. I'm not getting stabbed with my own knife. So I have this all racing through my fucking head, dude. And so I fucking pull out this little fucking blade. And I'm like, who's the first motherfucker who's getting stabbed?
Good for you.
And all of them are like, nope.
That's not the fight I signed up for.
Immediately, the dude who blew the smoke, all those dudes were like, not today. I'm in a fucking collared shirt and Dockers. Like, I got fucking, I don't want to get
for you,
blood.
bud.
So I'm like, who? I went full madman. You know
Answer me!
Well, the one dude who was like the alpha upstairs, he's like, stab me, motherfucker, and rips off his shirt and is kind of doing one of these. Right like
femoral artery.
And I'm like, oh, this dude's so dumb. He wants, like, he's gonna prove a point that he can be stabbed. What is this dude doing? So I'm like, okay. I'm screaming, dude. Everyone's like, Jesus.
That's when you go full
Christ.
sprint at that cocksucker, like
Dude.
Achilles.
Well, I'm in my head. Oh, do a little juke.
Stab him right in the fucking neck. Yes.
Boagrius! Is there no one else?
I'm going to get back to this pussy in my tent.
So I go, I don't really know what my next play is. The dude who's throwing the party is 6'6", fucking big old dude. As I'm screaming, he comes up and goes, whoop, and just picks me up and walks me through him and takes me out. And he's like, dude, what the fuck were you thinking, dude? Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm waiting for the whole party to come after me now because he's just walked me out the back door. And I'm like, oh, they're going to fucking obviously filter out. I better get the fuck out of here. No one came out of the back of the party. They were all like, nah, I'm good. I'm good on that. And the dude's like, what the fuck was that? And I'm like, I had to. I didn't know what my other options were. I'm sorry for ruining your party. Like, I was like, they were dickheads. That guy threw his pipe off. He's like, I know, it's fucking. He was a sweetheart about it, a whole good deal. But then all the chicks from my work were like, God damn, mother. You
wielded a blade?
Scuba Steve's got a little fucking dark side to him.
Good for you, bud. Good for you.
It was a fucking nice little time.
I'm gonna kill you.
The song I played all the way up to that party
was Kill You.
Was I'm just a little baby boy and mama used to. So in my head,
you were already a killer.
You know, Me, Myself, and Irene, when the drums like when he changes into that guy, I was hearing Kill You, and I'm like, motherfucker don't know that I remember being from the streets. I'm not really from the streets anymore. I go to CBC. I've lost a lot of that. But I do know that sometimes putting on a show
sometimes you gotta
will check all these motherfuckers. And it was so, dude.
Not to mention you get to experience the awesome feeling of plunging cold steel into fucking soft, fluffy
It was
flesh.
a gray blade. I'll never forget it. I remember after that, I could pick the knife out of a fucking lineup, and it wasn't even my knife. I remember I borrowed it from somebody. But seeing the looks on their faces from being like, we're going to beat the shit out of this dude, to me going, who's the first fucking guy to get stabbed?
That's right, Jack.
They were all like, Who? Do you want to jump in first, or should we all go at the same time? And then I could see their wheels turning at that point, like, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, this one's not for me.
I'm not gonna do it.
My fifth one, bud, is
that makes me hard picking that one.
I like it. My fifth song is by a band that I if you ask me tomorrow,
Drug Ballad is great.
If you ask me tomorrow, it'll probably be a different song that I love of theirs. They've written, I mean, honestly, if we're talking about bands that have the most songs that I am in love with, it's the Avid Brothers. And I found them at a fucking magical time in my life, and they've really have been the soundtrack for some very significant moments of my life for the last 12 years, 11 years. I've seen them live on multiple occasions. I could give you 15 songs right now that you could all put in this spot. I could have filled my entire top 5 with their songs. But this particular song the first time I heard it, it moved me. It's now kind of become a bit of an anthem for our group that we sing at all of our parties. It's one where people have come up to us afterwards and are like, "What?" Every time we do it, they'll go, "What was that song again?" Like, it's a song that I believe, right? Like, it's what I do every day is I come up here and I fucking talk.
It was the end song of the did we try to use it as the end song of the show?
It was the end song of the show when we were still on 920. So that's what it's been with us. It's been with Hoosier Sophisticate all along. It's a song that has always meant the world to me. And it's a song I also believe, what I do every day is I come up here and I give my opinions on stuff and I try to make people laugh, and I'm just observing what it is that we're all doing. And ain't it like most people, I'm no different. We love to talk on things we don't know about. So that's kind of the deal. I don't know shit. I just know that we're here and we're trying to make the most sense of this as I can. So let's talk about it. 10,000 Words by the Avid Brothers is rounds out my top 5.
That's a fucking phenomenal song, dude.
It's a great tune.
And it's simple as can be. They just play it in a little different cadence, and the way they do the runs with the chords, one of the most beautiful things. I could pick 5 or 6 Avid Brothers songs. No Hard Feelings, The Ballad of Love and Hate.
I sang No Hard Feelings at my grandmother's funeral, man.
How did you do that?
That was how I wrapped up a eulogy. That's what I'm saying. Significant moments.
Yeah.
Murder in the City was there. Me and my pop. That was my introduction to them. Was Murder in the City.
Mine was Kick Drum.
Kick Drum Heart's a great tune. I mean, I could go on forever. And the funny thing is as they've gained popularity, and this is kind of the case, when people come to them now, they have an idea, like a song like Ain't No Man is the Avid Brothers, and I guess it is, but that song is probably the most simplistic song that they've made. It's great. It goes. There's very little instrumental, anything
prowess.
there.
But they do everything well. They do everything.
Everything they do, they do well. But more than anything, they write a fucking lyric that, I mean, their songs could go down in history as the greatest poetry. They're just constantly fucking using metaphor for life, especially for guys that have never used anything more than a can of Budweiser. They've never. Can you imagine what would happen if Scott and Seth Avid ate a fistful of mushrooms?
Jesus Christ.
What in the fuck would they come out of there? When they talked to Pete Holmes on his podcast, he was blown away.
Yeah.
That he's like, you write the most psychedelic lyrics out there, and you've never been like, no.
You can still get there in different ways.
You can get there in different. I think they get there through music.
Yeah.
But man, so many unbelievable songs. Weight of Lies.
Dude, I just love some of the songs.
True Sadness came out when I was going through a really hard breakup, and that was, as it documented, basically Seth's breakup. And I'm like, okay, yeah, just write all of my feelings on paper. That would be great,
All it'll take is just one moment, and we can say goodbye to how we had it planned. Dude, I fucking love those dudes, man.
So that's my pick, and I could have picked 15 of them, but like I said, that's one that I feel like has attached itself to this family that we've co-created here, and I think it's a little bit of an anthem. You know.
I love that. I love that pick, and you're making me rethink my last pick a little bit here on the fly because it's so hard to pick.
I'll give you 5 different ones tomorrow.
Because the Lumineers, probably right up there with Sublime is my favorite band.
Yep.
Fun, also up there.
Yep.
21 Pilots, pretty close up there. Lumineers, I think it's a multitude of songs for them, though. I don't know if there's one, because like Hey Ho was my first one, but I think that's probably their it's my least favorite song of theirs. I mean, it's good.
That's what I meant with the Avets. Any Avett song you've heard on the radio is probably. I love them. They're fine.
Yeah. That's where I'm at.
They don't crack my
that's
top
where I'm
dozen,
at.
you know.
And I don't want to add something to. I don't care. I'm gonna pick it anyway. But another one that I had considered is also that's become an anthem. Same lines as what you were thinking is Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatters by Elton John. Just getting together with the people and singing that, like now I know. Like that piano right there is one of the greatest little doom doom doom. Just pretty words to say.
It's a great
dude, and
like, that song won me over in Almost Famous. Like that's
is it in Almost Famous?
Yeah. Fuck. And like that's the dude when she's in New York or whatever going to find Russell and. It's fun.
I need to rewatch that movie, dude.
You definitely need to rewatch that movie. It's one of the fucking.
I've seen it 2 or 3 times, I kind of remember
20
it
20 times. Yeah, it's
really.
Fun. It's you. I think you would really appreciate.
Okay, I will do that. I will actually do that because that's a fun thing to do.
Let's fucking get
Let's do it together. Okay, but my final 5th pick, which I think surmises me, who I am, encompasses kind of what I kind of think I believe in at this point, and it used to be the end song to the original show is "Watching the Wheels Go Round" by
yes sir, John
Lennon, and I'm just sitting here watching the wheels go round.
That's how I knew we were supposed to riff, man. Is because
people say
when
crazy.
I first listened to your show before going on, that song was what closed it up, and I'm like, oh. Okay.
It's a great way to end the show.
Yeah, we're supposed to be fucking riffing, bud. Me and you.
It's
so great.
And then the whole thing is like, people and they look at me as if I'm kind of strange, as if I've lost my mind. Like all these metaphors, like they fucking think you're nuts, dude. Yep. And then I say, I'm sorry, boy, I'm just sitting here doing time. Like, oh, fuck, I'm here, baby. I'm just sitting here watching the wheels go round and round.
That's what we're doing, right?
Watch and roll.
And people call it woke now, but there's always been people that have been able to take a step back from the world that we're all living in. He's calling again. From the world we're all living in, and is he on there? Oh, maybe not.
It's a good transition time.
Yeah, it's a perfect transition time. You that when I heard that was the end song to your show, and I'm like, I'm pretty fucking juiced about doing some work with you, pal.
You want to be on air? Sure. Hey guys, welcome to the show. Jason Long, the owner and operator of Sweet Leaf Emporiums, the guy who has made our dreams come true. We got him live on the line here. Jason, how you doing this morning, bud?
Good morning. Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Craig.
Good morning, Jason.
How are you guys?
I'm fucking shitting in tall cotton, bud.
All right. That's. I'm gonna digest that for a little bit and come back on that one. That's good stuff. Okay, so yeah, how's it going?
Great stuff.
This morning?
Well, we just got over our top 5 favorite songs ever.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
Yeah. Can you name maybe your top 3 real quick?
My top 1 is Chuck Mangione, and it's Pups, the name of that song. It's my favorite song on the whole planet.
And you can't remember the name of it.
I'm terrible at that. Don't say that.
Feels so good.
Feels so good. That's the one. And if you hear it, you'll be like, "Oh my God, this song is great."
What
and
song?
It
Play
is.
it for a second.
Oh,
look at that guy! Look at that fucking! Look at Chuck Mangione, dude.
Yeah, that's the one.
He's a bad mother.
I remember hearing that song on like KZK when I was a kid, and it really did force me to become a musician. I loved all the jazz sounds in it, the guitar, the drum, the bass, everything was just amazing. Cool. One of the best tunes I ever heard in my life.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna jam.
we're
That's gonna be
jam
our
it out.
Instagram fucking
Jam it
reel
today.
today,
No.
bud.
It's a good tune. So
Smoke.
got a great beat to it.
What's up with
Anyway.
you? What's going on in Farmington?
Well, we've been trying to dig into some stuff and some truth instead of a bunch of hearsay. So,
What do you
a
got?
little bit of truth for you. I want to make sure that we are all clear. That there, for some reason, when you talk to a lot of people at upper levels about cannabis and medical cards and all that stuff, they seem to have this notion that you're only allowed 2 patients per grow. And I'm here to tell you flat out, without a doubt, you're allowed up to 3 patients per grow. No matter what anybody says, you are allowed up to 3 patients per grow per room. So you can have as many rooms as you want on a facility. Of course, they're going to argue it. But for each room that's locked with that particular grow, you're allowed up to 3 patients. That's it. I already did it. We're in it. I'm doing it. It's done. There's no, well, you can only have 2. I don't know why there's that confusion. I don't know why it keeps getting put out there that way, but there is definitely an option for a 3rd person in that grow. And we did it. Although it cost me 4 cultivation licenses in order to do it. I don't know how that occurred, but
3 people need 4 cultivation licenses?
Because
we had to do 4 cultivation licenses. That means that there are 4 payments of $100 a piece for all of this, just to have 3 people in the same room. Now this is going through the DHSS and comply on all that crap, and whoever can develop that really needs to be set down. Anyway,
Christ.
but whatever the case may be. So yes, in the end, I paid for 4 cultivations. We paid for 3 patient licenses, and we paid for 1 caregiver license, because that's the key in order to get the 3rd party involved. But that's what happens. So you're looking at somewhere around, I don't even know the number, but that's not important. But you get what I'm saying. But without a doubt, no matter what anybody says, no matter who they are, the law and everything laying out says that the maximum amount of people in a grow is 3.
Okay. Well, shit.
Not 2.
So,
and I'm doing it. I've done it. It's done. So we are solid with that. They're all allowed to see each other's cannabis. They're all allowed to be a part of everything. They're all allowed to be a part of the grow. There is no segregation per that grow. Everybody's allowed to be actively involved if they're in that cultivation and they have that.
Perfect.
So, yeah, I want to clarify that. I'm going to do the best I can to clarify a couple of other things over the next couple of weeks, because there's a lot of confusion. And I don't even know why. With all the money being poured into it, you'd think this would be very simple. But it's not.
They need to make it real simple on people. You get a fucking card, you can grow. I don't care who fucking sees it, who doesn't.
That's right.
Like, it's a fucking medicine. I'm trying to do my best. Now with growing myself, I've learned that growers love to grow, and they grow great medicine. And if you take the fucking shackles off these people, then you're going to see an uptick. Why mess with a market that's already been around for a long time underneath your nose, and now you want a part of it and you're going to change it? Let them do what they do.
Yeah, that's it. You want to grab a whole new market of dum-dums that didn't want to get involved before, that's fine. Go ahead. But for the rest of us, we've been doing this for so long.
Yep, leave us alone.
My whole life is based around this. I need to be left alone. And that's right. And you know, I don't think that a lot of people talk about this because everybody's scared. You can see all the big players. They're scared. There's not one big player that'll come out and say all this stuff to me or to you or call anybody out. But the truth of the matter is that they're doing that because they're not really educated. They're not really intelligent when it comes to some of this. Not all. Don't get me wrong. But there's a good, solid group of people that have been leading the way that just don't seem to understand what cannabis is, where it's been, why it's been used, and why it's still here. But the black market and that whole culture underground is the only reason this is legal in the first place. The only reason. If it wasn't for all of us, you, me, and every other person that's ever taken the time to actually say, you know what, I don't believe this shit, I'm going to actually do it. If we didn't do that, there wouldn't be anything here. There wouldn't be nothing. I'm saying we might have had eradication of cannabis across the United States if we didn't have that actual market that exists. So to say it doesn't exist is a fucking lie. There's no question about that. It really is alive, and it really is ticking. And the other part is this whole offensiveness about medical use. I mean, I just became a caregiver, a medical caregiver. How does somebody like me become a medical caregiver for anybody? I have no credentials to do so. None whatsoever. It's offensive to even talk this way. I don't understand how you can do that. It shouldn't be that way. I should need all kinds of medical education in order to even be allowed to caregive for a patient. to grow their medicine for them. That doesn't make any sense.
No, the give and take
unless it's
between
bullshit.
the give and take between where they draw the lines on. Well, 14 inches is the plant, and 6 plants is the thing, and this is medicine. And this, if this was all rec, I would be having an entirely different conversation.
Totally.
But if
But we're
people
not.
care about medicine, they're gonna make it as easy as humanly possible to grow cannabis for everyone who fucking needs it. And that would be their main goal, because the government, who's had a better watchful eye on the cannabis industry than the fucking government? Like, give us a break. Let us do what we fucking do. You got to buy 4 fucking cultivation licenses for 3 people. That's dumb as shit.
I don't even know if that's the real, but that's the only way it would process it. And to be quite frank, I can tell you without a doubt, I see all these humps and bumps and these walls and these fences and all this stuff. I see them as deliberate roadblocks to stop people from actually taking care of themselves, so that we can harness this and actually make some money off of it.
Yeah, that's
you're never going to know. I mean, really, does a bud tender actually have a degree in buds? Does it actually know exactly? Does that
Maybe
bud
a couple
tender
of them,
actually
but
know?
no.
Maybe a couple, sure. But it's not mandatory by any fucking means. And that's a problem when you're talking about medical and there's no mandatory for all this crap. What the fuck?
It's a veil. It's a veil
It's
that is.
just a pile of bullshit. That's a way to fucking harness money and get it in their pockets.
Yep.
I get it. But that's how I see it, and that's how I will always move forward with this.
That's how we got to
And if
grow it
you're
home.
not-
That's why we got to
not
grow.
seeing it that way, then to fuck with it. I'll go another route.
It's awesome.
Anyway.
Thank you
I
for
do
the knowledge,
apologize.
dude.
Well, I don't know that it's even knowledge. It shouldn't be me. It should already be on that website. There
No.
should be just a little description that says, "We are sorry." But in all actuality, it's just the opposite. If you go on DHSS's website, it says you can only have 2. It makes it very hard to find out the reality of it because of emergency rules and emergency. It's bullshit.
Yep. Should be a lot simpler, man.
It's gonna be.
All right, brother.
Have a nice day, Steve. You guys be safe.
See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
All right. Get him, Jason.
He's all fired up.
Listen, we got a few more minutes here.
Oh, we do? Son of a bitch.
We have a
bastard.
movie.
Hey, we did hit 100 messages.
Yeah.
That was the longest one yet, I think.
That's like I don't know.
3-minute long song. We could do it the whole.
We could do it the whole rest of the way if we wanted to, bud.
Could do it all, dude.
We have a love for a movie. A movie.
A movie. God, I hate when Bunder's face pops up. Gee, hey, it's tough. I just want to kiss it.
You did that.
I just want to
He
kiss
just wants
it.
to hear from him in the middle of the night. The creep.
Can they even read that?
Yeah, they can at home.
Can they?
Sure.
Let's see.
Steve-O.
Yeah.
Heavyweights was it's kind
One
of
of
a
the
movie
greatest
about
ones of all
fat
time.
camp, right? Bunch of little husky kids going to get fit at a little getaway. Jerry is not looking forward to his summer vacation since he'll be spending it at a camp for overweight boys in order to shed pounds. Fortunately, a kindly couple, the Bushkins, Jerry Stiller and Ann Mira, run the camp and make the process fun and relaxed. However, they're soon forced to declare bankruptcy and sell the camp to Tony Perkis, played by Ben Stiller, a
Perkis
fitness
lighting.
fanatic who turns the camp into a living nightmare of over-the-top training, but the kids plan to fight back. It's rated PG. Took in $17.7 million at the box office.
Not bad.
Not bad in
What was the
95.
budget?
Not bad in 95. Steve, what would you think that, I mean, judging on how what this movie is for you,
Yeah, Jerry got hot, too.
how do you think, dang, dude,
Yeah, you should see his buff pic.
he is brooding.
Jerry got hot.
Holy
bud.
shit, he almost looks like Thor. If you had to guess what the score was by critics, what do you think they gave it?
91.
All right.
Does it say?
You'll be surprised to know that it's 29%. 29%. 29%. That's the tomato meter. While audiences saw it as a 77.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's right. But critics, no. So I figured, in the same vein we read about the Goofy movie, we're gonna see who these people are, who these 7 people that threw tomatoes at the movie are, and we're gonna have a little chat with let's see here, James Platt.
Jesus.
Maybe we'll just read the shorter version.
Jesus. Read his bottom line. He had one that was called. He gave it a 6.
James Plath gives it a 6 out of 10 from Movie Metropolis. A throwback to the early Disney live-action films that coasted on their premises and were content to provide lightweight entertainment and nothing more.
Lightweight entertainment.
It's called Heavyweights.
You clown dick.
You idiot!
I'm gonna fucking fight this fucking idiot. James Platt, I hope he fucking dies today. I'm joking. I hope
he's fine. Lightweight entertainment. Full review. It's a long one.
No, I just want to show you something.
I got it right here.
Go down
bottom line.
Bottom line.
The bottom line of his fucking dissertation on heavyweights. Though the bonus features say Heavyweights has become a cult classic, I'm not sure how big that cult is.
Oh, it's right here. It's 2 people.
But I will say that if I were locked in a room and forced to watch one Kids at Camp film over and over again, I'd pick Heavyweights over Meatballs quicker than you can say infomercial.
What's wrong with this
There
guy?
are more laughs and the characters are low maintenance, the kind I'd like to have a beer with when they grow up. I'm just surprised that Apatow couldn't convince Disney to release this in 2 versions, theatrical and director's cut. Given all the Judd Apatow fucking direct Heavyweights,
I guess so.
What?
That's a mind blower, dude. What's he talking about with having beers with these kids?
He said when they
and
grow,
being
but
locked in a room. He wants to be locked in a room and forced to watch one camp movie for the rest of his life. What kind of fucking situation is that? That's not a situation people find themselves in. I don't know what he's talking about, James Plath. Where's he coming up with this?
These people are fucking assholes. This guy, Emmanuel Levy, from EmmanuelLevy.com, sounds legit.
Bullshit.
His quote is not even available, but he gave it 2 out of 5. And this guy looks like an absolute asshole.
Oh my god. Nice thick black mustache and the whitest beard of all time.
The whitest bald stupid head I've ever seen. Yeah, I'm calling it out. It doesn't match his mustache, bud. All right, Martin Scribbs from Low IQ Canadian. I think he's just saying he's a low IQ Canadian. The first American movie to explore the link between processed cheese and the need for love. A Hamburglar joint.
What does that mean?
I think this guy wants a Donnybrook, bud.
Why are all these quotes not available anymore?
Well, because they're asshole. Go to
Rod.
Rod. I think it's just going to be those, right?
Yeah.
Yep, no doubt. Allison Moore, what'd you give it? This gal's an idiot. 2 out of 5.
What'd she say?
All right. He Ain't Heavy, He's My Bunkmate could be the theme song for Stephen Brill's directorial debut, Heavyweights. A film about a camp for overweight, weight-challenged boys. Predictably upbeat as a Disney product, Heavyweight does offer some entertaining dialogue and a few fun performances, such as Ben Stiller's Tony Perkis, the fanatical dictator who takes control of Camp Hope after the former owners, Harry and Alice Bushkin, file for bankruptcy. The story begins on... Come on, lady. Come on, lady. It's a Disney picture, so it's got to have a message, or Walt would be spinning in his iced grave.
Oh.
The movie stays neutral concerning the weight debate, conveniently sidestepping any condemnation of being overweight. Instead, it focuses on healthful moderation. Heavyweights extols the virtues of a sound weight loss plan that includes nutritious foods, moderate exercise, and above all, a healthy dose of confidence in one's own talents. Jerry develops these skills, although not without suffering. In one letter home, he describes camp as intolerable. Someone once said, "War is hell. They've never been to fat camp." Watching Heavyweights isn't as bad as either War or Fat Camp, but its few bits of truly comic dialogue, courtesy of co-writers Brill and Judd Apatow, and inspired acting aren't enough to save the film from its syrupy and predictable theme. I feel like this gal missed the entire fucking point of the movie. She's like, she thought this was going to be a nutrition documentary.
What is she thinking?
What in the fuck are you watching?
Okay, and here's what this person says. I was born in the early 80s and always loved a good camp movie growing up. My son loved one of my childhood favorites, Camp Nowhere, which is my jam, Camp Nowhere. And I vaguely remembered Heavyweights from my childhood as well, so I didn't hesitate to purchase. Well, I was pretty disappointed and uncomfortable when watching this with him, as it basically is adults and other children bullying overweight kids the entire movie. Not for me. You're better off with Camp Nowhere.
Okay, but that's the point.
The bullies are assholes.
The bullies are assholes.
Yeah. You're not supposed to like every person in the
good guys
movie.
fucking win.
Yeah, it's fine.
The good guys win, bud. They win. And that fucking Canadian wants to fucking snipe Americans on their love of processed cheese. I'll pull your shirt over your head and punch you right in your mouth.
Alphonse Elric says, would give it 0 stars if I could.
Alphonse, your name is missing the O. Okay? And that's why you couldn't give it. You're an idiot.
I would give it 0 stars if I could. It arrived and I got excited because it's one of my favorite movies. Opened it up and the DVD was warped. So
okay.
It's a different
so
deal
he's
now,
just mad about the-
You need to apologize, Alphonse.
fuck you,
He
Alphonse. Your
loves
name's
this
so
movie. It's one of his favorite movies still. He's mad about the warmth.
Well, I mean, have a little respect for the movie.
Oh fuck!
Have a little
that's great.
respect for the movie.
And you'll be surprised maybe to find out that most of these are. Here we go. Secrets from the set. I was in this film. I worked for several days on location and had some high hopes for the whole production, but it fell short upon seeing it. Also, the experience of seeing it up close made me anti Ben Stiller for many years to follow. Here is why.
Oh, this is juicy. What is this on?
It's on Amazon.
Oh, dang.
This film started production the week following Reality Bites being the #1 movie. Stiller directed Reality Bites, which became a runaway hit for himself, Ethan Hawke, and Winona Ryder. I guess the success, his major film success after moving from TV, went to his head quickly. He seemed annoyed to have to fulfill a previously signed contract to do this movie, and he comported himself in a very unprofessional and obnoxious manner the entire time.
He's kind of played an asshole. Maybe it was method acting.
That's what I'm thinking. In one scene we shot, in particular, he would mock and make fun of the film's director in front of the cast and crew.
Ooh, that's hot.
He would refuse to take direction and would make negative comments about the film, the script, like, this is so fucking stupid. I'd rather be fucking dead right now. And others involved.
Dude, this made you like him less?
You could tell that he thought he was far better than everyone there and the product itself. Seeing this turned me off on Stiller for a long time, and I boycotted his movies for many years. Boycotted his movies. Why emphasis on that? Boycotted his. Rather than being happy and gracious with his newfound success, he was obnoxious and arrogant. This guy really doesn't
What
mind.
about the movie?
The crew and much of the cast detested him and loathed working with him. I know, I talked to people. The director was simply stuck trying to make the best of it. It was the most unprofessional behavior I've ever witnessed of all time in any film ever, in any of the film productions I've ever been a part of. Jesus.
Well, how many fucking, put your name on it. How many productions you been a part of?
By
bud?
contrast, here he's going to tell you, I worked with James Garner, Jack Lemmon, Dan Aykroyd. And a year later, they were both great, gracious professionals, putting Stiller's antics into perspective for me. The kids and supporting cast were complete dickheads too. Some of them were very enjoyable to be around. What could have been a great experience was tainted. I tried to give the movie a fair shake upon seeing it. Here we go. They were clearly wanting to try to capitalize off that Mighty Duck success. Oh, shit! Oh, with this film, but it lacks some substance and heart. And honestly, I think it was because of the on-set attitudes. Just my 2 cents from first-hand experience.
Put your name on it. What's your name, bud?
His name is Upstage.
Upstage, huh? Mm-hmm. Upstage has a lot of time to write Amazon reviews about his acting in movies as an extra.
He's got some time.
Got a lot of time.
He got a deep scoop being an extra on the set. Deep fucking scoop.
I don't know, man. Woo! I don't know, man.
We did it.
Did we do it? I think we did it, man.
Jesus Christ,
I think we did
late
it.
Again.
Yeah, we're over. It's been real. You want to do the I've just seen a face, or you want to save that for tomorrow?
That's so funny. We can do it. Let's do it. We said we're going to do it. Let's do it. We're going to do it? Say we're going to do it?
Just do it, bud.
Say we're going to do it. I don't know, like a guitar might have froze up over fucking...
Oh, shit. It's an ice box in here, guys.
Why?
It won't be whenever you come to
it won't be.
film your live Christmas cards or your business commercial. It will be very comfortable in here.
Did you bring that heater today?
I'm going to go back and get it.
Oh, you are? Yeah, you're going to go back and get it. Okay. Let's go, it says. I don't want to say thank you to you. I hate you. Well, tell them about our fucking sponsors.
I just like to look at you guys. Native Hemp Extract. They got this new CBD, CBG oil, man. And with that code HOSO, you're going to get an extra $20 off. And what that's going to do is that's going to make your brain work at a level that will make you a little moist. Okay?
I like that.
It's going to lube your brain up.
I like that, bro.
It's going to get your brain all slippery. And you're going to be operating like a well-oiled machine. Anyway, if you go to nativehempextract.com, you enter code HOSO, you'll get $20 off. And I love the product. I'm an absolute fan of what Denison Collard and what he do. Okay? Adam Bundren. You know what he wants to do?
Cute.
He's going to help you. He's going to help you find and buy your dream home, all while getting you top dollar for the home that you have right now. Or maybe you just need some investment properties. Maybe you're building your real estate empire. Let Adam Bundren assist you in the acquisition of your assets. Give him a call. Make sure you do it in the middle of the night. That's when his voice is set.
Now his name's at the bottom.
Okay, we got Bo, Grow Active Solutions. What he does is he helps you grow plants big and healthy. He was on Instagram with Steve last night. You should check it out. Bo Know How to Grow. Go check him out down on Hartford Street in Tower Grove South. Dude's awesome. James Carlton State Farm is fantastical. 314-961-4800. He's going to get you better insurance than you have right now. He's going to do it for less money. And if he can't, he's going to let you know. And he'll keep an eye on those rates to let you know when he can. The guy's customer service is unmatched. He's gorgeous. And if you don't get insurance from you, he's also a threat to cause physical harm.
He's
So
a
just
ruthless
be
murderer.
Careful. He's a ruthless murderer. Sweet Leaf Emporium now has 2 open locations. One in Farmington, Missouri, and now the newest location, which is also the home of the Mycelial Media Studios, in Festus, 1100 Shapiro Drive. Festus, Missouri, 63828. Okay? So why don't you come on in, get you a new
20% off today.
pipe. You get any Hoosiers are going to come in and say, "Hey, I watched the show today. I want $20 off." Herfy says, "Big roots, big fruits. Bo Know How to Grow." And that's pretty much it, man.
That's it.
Come give some love to all of our sponsors.
We were too close to these, I think, last.
Come give us some love. Yeah, I'll be right back here. How about that?
Or maybe pointing at your mouth.
Nope. I'm pointing it right over here. Oh, do you want me to play the?
Guys, we love you. Oh, do you want to get the xylophone out?
No, that's all right.
Well, I just
just seen her face, I can't forget the time, place where we met. You're just a girl for me, and I want all the world to see we met. Had it been another day, I might have looked the other way, and I'd have never been aware. But as it is, I dream of her tonight. Die, 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 die. Falling, yes, I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. I have never known the like of this. I've been alone and I have missed things and out of sight. But other girls were never quite like this. Die, 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 die. Falling, yes, I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. Falling, yes, I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again.
Sorry, that's not the guitar's off.
And then we're falling, yes, I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. I just seen her face, I can't forget the time or place where we just met. You're just a girl for me, and I want all the world to see me met. La, da, 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 da. Falling, yes, I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again.
Cowabunga.